Ofa Briu fa Kofodia for Kumasi ofa Cape Coast.
Absolutely.
Eja dem.
Yeah,
more fire body no one. That's it. My time with the police in patrol. Anytime. So a quick glance. Accra records no accidents in lockdown.
Yeah.
And the photograph of ACP Martin Ayi, MTTB Commander Accra.
Okay.
And an overview, we have DSP Mrs. Efiatenge, Accra Police PRO.
Yeah,
he's the editor.
Yeah, wow. he edited.
Okay.
On the editor.
And then coronavirus and the law enforcement officer. It comes with a lot of photographs here. And then COVID-19 is real. I survived it. This is the police officer.
Police officer, no.
Police officer, no.
Wow. Wow.
And sensitization programs on COVID-19 safety tools. It goes on and on and on and on and on.
That's nice.
Okay, so a lot of things here. We'll give this information out as and when we think are relevant and is needed. So we are grateful to the Ghana Police Service, and especially the IGP and on the commissioners in COP Kofi Boachi, COP Yohonu. So I am Obiabi, multimedia. Unkuan de Bia Woniati. Yamobiabi. Distraction and go to Minerva and Dandia. Yohonu. Anna Superintendent Osuachi, the Medici. As a dog superino. If I win a boy, Jumakama, Yadoma said yes. But I'm sure we are going to talk about issues about comments. Be a people to say, Enya Papa. Na Ibn say, Aya Papa. Mamini Kanfa Kokobo into the media at the Sedia rather. And to me say a dubra mini any Ghana for the dona ebetia say a do baby for election year na as election period na nipa binimu na makoni asaso take advantage of certain situations emwa on my Ghana say opportunity and as all person to me feel busy so person say ni me and person cars and for kra no and say me bo a ekoye kisene and ye wa say we are always bold, objective, fair.
Very.
Intimacy say whilst you are creating harmony penny so only about this uncommon on my we also have ears, eyes, nose and all those things. We can assess intimacy then ebo na fe etie wi a yen komo a wo ho asisi edi no we edi onyame adom no betena ha no nso ni nkomo de beka ho aba no de ka ho aba ha makenka kata be free kanima mpanyi honom ana I'm sure say no nkomo nso ani defense minister kodi no e de botai no e this animal tumba ina ebe chirem. What I don't want is that people should not take advantage of some of these sensitive issues and it brings to mind a lot of things that COVID issue so anytime you get the attempt, check on the how I come the special initiative.
Yes.
Or promise beds.
Special development.
Or promise beds be for our hospitals.
Okay.
100 beds or so. I can recollect. Anytime you get the opportunity, yempese omunsu bi omano beki kansema omuntimi nye. Iti beds no say 100 a emu 20 kura bedu a nkeye nye say 100 no no besi na ye kase zrr bakokura emisi no very if you are not able to hold politicians to what they say say best ni bi so aba we need them omiye who say best na den aba and I say my exactly
hospitals
so because America say this year is not a year to propagate, to malign, to misrepresent and to say things that are not realistic. We need be our simply so we subject you. That's what we're going to do to the MPP. We subject you to the promises you gave to the Ghanaian. If you're above average, the Ghanaian community will decide. We subject the NDC to what they have done and why they think they should be given an opportunity
to come in.
It is not a question of just any person from Saakeke. The usual politics and politics you have been doing in this country. It in pato Tonisi Nama Nina for how Akunsi Mamia way. So beyond dams, no one say Yaka can I be na obono modina. And Pano wasem because still if you go to our major hospitals, we still have the challenge. Me meka a doctor for no cross or modi political issues be baba ya. Me catch on under a doctor for money registration M2 so modi limited registration M2. And we can wasem. Unfortunately, when it gets to the time, obia the little bit of amanyosem kikasem basa. The Ghana factor is always missing in our conversation in times like this. The Ghana factor, which is very key. Then because politicians, how will Ghana survive? Because politicians are demonstrating something. I do maybe ask from just like you keep saying, the politics of principle. The politics of principle.
Yeah.
So I just intimacy. That I'm a conscious one kind. Oh.
It could see on
FM. Yeah. And I make a big one. I just Dominic say, young guys say, or can best no so let's try and see whether our best or can was Abana say, and my. So these are the things that we think we have to do. And then again, Deputy Education Minister, there's a lot to do. A lot to do. Mr. No confirm classroom church and the problem, Beba. We have he should be talking to a lot of the unions Asempa and the panic in the teaching system and the fear and all. There's a lot to do. Mr. No, the person will be an often faster area. So, because I know say GS one mandate teacher for the channels are
e-learning.
Yes. Unquestion the major issues in the educational sector. Send the call doesn't can even not try there or corner home jima. No, I got to ask Ejumazo. But when it comes to the educational front, and I'm learning that the minister cranial. So standing in the minister's shoe, the minister says the is over church. It's symbolic. I don't support it. I feel that there's a lot to be done in the educational system, especially say you be JHS, yes, be SHS. No, you should concentrate more. A teacher for no, one or more cars or market once. No, you should channel more energies towards that area because unless I'm mentioning it's on come half. No, so got that there on half. We have people who are designed to make that thing. So I tell you, Mr. No, Mr. Baby, so I think we should go back to the Katie Hammond.
I think what I found interesting about the whole debate, and I said, I thought the debate lacked focus. Well, because I share issues now. I did not know say a debate about Bodana Yatumuno. And now say a debate about say registration in the MBA Bodano. Emma Ghana for a woman on any day.
He made some wild allegations this morning.
And now say a debate about who is a citizen of Ghana. I think the debate was all over the place for me. It was not focused because Ebi can say Ghana for, and admitted Lobian say Ghana for Togo, Ghana for be or Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana for be or Burkina Faso. Ain't are people saying say Ghana for was our countries no? Ya to board the name because of COVID. No, yemie ma omumrame register because of registration in Tiana. And now say is the debate about say why the citizen of Ghana because we know that some Ghanaians have dual citizenship. In the Obi or Togo or Burkina, our citizenship status or science or citizenship status in Ghana or a dual citizen. He can vote in Ghana, he can vote in Togo and Burkina and any other country. And I thought say we should focus the conversation. Me tie Katie Hammond voice. I think you better boni BOCC ama yehu. The debate in all honesty lacked focus. Because now me kind nioma be brave from so many people. It be about who is a citizen of Ghana. It be about identity ayato borders nim. Na yemie abra registration air koso. It be also about Ghana for be echo Togo, Ghana for be echo Burkina. On person almost sign back, ya to board the name, ya be registration, adentia, a big can about a higher stronghold. I don't know what this soldier for yes. It the debate was all over.
Even before we proceed on playing this voice, you've raised very important voice.
Yes.
Any sound common. Did kind?
Yes.
Your borders now ya to the best of your knowledge.
Yeah.
A DNT and ya to your borders.
No, the borders was locked because of COVID-19. And the president, and I think, say, third or fourth.
The third speech. Speech number 3.
The speech number 3.
Yeah.
And announcing closures. And I said closure of our land, sea, and our air space. Into your land borders in yatum, ye sea, yatum, ye air, yatum. And then because of COVID, to cut the importation of the disease into our country. That was the reason why the borders were closed.
Okay, so it cuts across borders, they cut across.
Yes.
Ghana,
the whole Ghana.
It took a year to Freeman to Mabinebio, Oko Western North,
in fact, I wish Ghana ha open border towns in Ghana. A little, more than 1,000 border towns. More than 1,000, and they were approved and unapproved routes. In Uko Elubo say Elubo border approved routes. You understand? Into Ghana. It is our approved routes, no. You will be 43
approved
routes. And you unapproved route into Elubo say, Mimi Elubo no. Meaning says, Obeba Elubo, na say, October the name about 6 p.m. The border is closed. Or more still, on person or more crossing. No. Your guys be much na town on the Obefako, Nimua, near the Waka could see.
Those are unapproved.
Unapproved. Canoe, Nim now the chat now. So, unapproved routes now, over a little over 250 across
Ghana. So, the government directive not a tackle unapproved and illegal routes.
No, sir. Unapproved route, they are illegal route.
I admit. I'm saying that. So the target was that whether approved or illegal, all those routes
should be blocked. And he said, "Ya two approved borders name 45 in ya two." The rationale is to prevent people from coming in. And you cannot purpose to shut your borders and leave the unapproved routes no open for people to use those routes. And I think so that was the rationale. To close the borders, no, and by extension, make sure say all the unapproved routes, no, are closed. So they be for Emma to transport.
Okay, so we are proceeding to the second phase. Yeah. Now it's admitted that as Ghanaians, say and COVID-19 what we are doing is that whether legal or illegal routes is going to be manned 24/7 by agencies and we are mandated to do that.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we know. Now Ghana for Mako Ketri somba
okay, and just say what call Aquacoca Amanone, Togo, Burkina, USA, Papua New Guinea, Seychelles, Ahefa, no Aquacana Pesaoba, there are protocols. And the protocol said Yedi Hong Kong, even in the case of the US, you report yourself to the embassy. Embassy and the Foreign Affairs Ministry, in Kitahua, and I'm about to a conclusion that they would evacuate these Ghanaians. By you evacuate you go through a certain protocol, but now how can say hotels, maybe you remember that conversation? Asempa. Ready, say Ubetimi Etria, because Ubamua, you have to be in quarantine for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And Sana, where Timmy, Jam, what joining the general population. And you'll be evacuated into Ghana, or mobile in a team. And then you go through the protocols, the quarantine, and that quarantine will now be bare cost. And you cannot say,
as we speak, me could be about what you had 9,000 or that hotel. Yeah.
And you cannot say, media me Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire, you will Krobi, a Lubo Cote d'Ivoire border. No? The Cote d'Ivoire end of the border, Krobi, your friend no way.
Yeah.
And I walk Ghana and a Lubo. Between a Lubo and a no way, a walking distance. You understand? I say you will no. Maybe St. John doesn't make top provisions, and now provisions a cheaper in the near cross near the safer top provisions. Now me the about a walking that you can go and come. And you cannot say some media me makoka or Cote d'Ivoire. And me nantia share illegal because the borders now is shut to Ghanaians and non-Ghanaians. You cannot come in unless you go through the protocols, no, and that protocol would mean say, you'll be quarantined for 2 weeks before you test. Test a negative, and then you join the general.
Okay, so what determines who a Ghanaian is?
No, your constitution, clear. I think Article 3, clear on citizenship. BBI, everything in there, and for me, the decision on who is a citizen or not, no, and yet on the say so of somebody, and yet. And your police near and soldier in a catches away Ghana. And I won't Ghana, you know. And if anybody thinks or the soldier for Kwaku to determine will be a Ghanaian citizen or not,
otherwise,
and they are wrong. The constitution is clear. And Sabanas a man so train about the court of the land will deal with the famous case involving Rollins. I will be in the court say or suspect on your Ghana and in the court and there are common law cases and even Ghana other cases are say ubetimi.
Okay, so now the challenge. All the other borders are Asempa. They didn't share that in free home myself. Where they didn't feel waba as a result of some of these utterances, the Volta region.
Yes.
Now, Volta region, no, and pay all of something not verified. And make a serious allegation. Amongst the allegation is one of us who say, Omoma Hobi and Aman Frenny Biano, and fire Dibia Didikai, Emma Brana Mampanyasha say, Yentia Body. They're tossing him. One of us who say, one of Mamma Frafu and Obia, Emma Trudy, and Kotwaba, and Kutia A and Azibi. Now the amount for us to say to me the man nipa yes one kobo ban ye share so ban no wona tra ma ne woda hokra of voter region it will borrow them ebebusa our identity they can no not verified not verified two apart from see e borrow hono won ne nam kroma won tata nipa ekika nsema ensema eye huhuna
soldier for
yeah I challenge na deputy information minister what am well baby am tia wokasa sisi dey nsema woka no make say me gia tuma na kakra if you say soldier for bi ometu na mo bia no you have a core responsibility in tia say ko anase ko b in any case you remember because of the defense minister akasa yentie de yewura keti hamonaka so that we can also subject it to that scrutiny subject it to afterwards ABNI privilege was abeka then we can take it from there.
Questions, I'm told says Sammy Okuje to Blackwa is on the line and maybe you befa na we ani abebo keti voice no na ye di eho enkomo and let me also remind you of course okay Alex Martins and Aboame that case and I may refer to Belson versus Rollins Belson versus Rollins an interesting case on citizenship in Ghana and it's Aniamano and I mean kona me Sammy Okuje to Blackwa ni nkomo and Okuje to Blackwa yes when you come we address press conference no aflawo and as part
of so in your questions no I abusan say Edom Kuma no jira is it Bejira is it an MP at what point in time did the conversation go on this issue of manning our borders and closing it down with the hand because and the deputy information minister aware say the minority in parliament no aware it's a boapayo no mo pretend say omo nim de ekosokra yeah
so me akwaba na pom to say
Nyame adomo obi na where
Nyame adom me ho ye papa
good ma menchia o man hene so na tiefo nyina
o moje wo so na me pacho mwatimi abedu nkran na moda so wa aflawo
yeda so wa aflawo ye share nananom Togbe Fiti the paramount chief yakwako ho the immigration superintendent Dodu yene neshia say you the Ketu South Municipal Police Command and any police commander na ye didn't get when I had to just step out to do this interview earlier on yene nananoma walk to north so Asia that was our first point of call and yabe address the press MP for Ketu South, Honorable Fifi Kwete, Onona Olidi, the press engagement earlier on. There's been an unfortunate incident that there are young Biana Oko school across military for no air assault, and after the meeting with the police, we intend to go to that particular border point assault year, and that will be our last assignment here. Now share the Some traditional council on our way out of Ketu South for today, but the way Anyama corner will need to return to the Ketu South constituency later in the week, and we've given them the assurances following certain Yameke during our interactions with the various actors over here.
Now, me now see unfortunate incident. Soldier for us or tell why?
Young lady the Oko school our Lome across the border. Now Oko school into only multimedia for during the press interaction. They will confirm to you. We showcased her wounds. Rather unfortunate.
Now, free the Ghana end of the border across Yako Togo end Nako school.
Exactly, from Ghana end to the Togo end Ako school. Wouldn't say there are some nationals of Togo or Moti Togo, not Omba school or Ghana.
Yes,
and there are some here who go to school over there. There's some dispensation allowing students to go to school, especially with the easing of restrictions, from by the president. And the ocean uniform now Oko school, and they meted out those brutalities against her. Really, really unfortunate situation. We are hoping you could do her because the Superintendent Dodu or Kase, he doesn't take responsibility, obviously, because he's in charge of immigration.
Yeah,
this appeared to have been
done by military personnel, and they have their own command. We intend to meet with them to find out exactly why this young teenager should be subjected to the kind of assault they are subject to. And her parents are really outraged, and they are demanding answers.
Yeah, quite unfortunate, but I don't know about special dispensation for students to be able to cross the border when the borders are locked to go to school. And no, mente, is that something that has come up? Mente.
You can find out what you mean in immigration commander Nakasa. That's what we have been told.
Okay.
Obano Shene uniform na Oko school, and it's happening indeed now. Okochone final exams according to the accounts that we have received, and Yenenoko meeting, or indeed the Superintendent Dodu assessed her and even apologized to her. I would want you to speak to them.
And what we'll do is we'll speak to our
specific dispensation.
Okay.
It will be good to speak.
Okay. Yeah, your correspondent Odi Mwechinibedi and comment to them. We will speak to our correspondent. And then in this press conference, a day importing and amodi tuja must say mo problem pane dia
Yo Eddie Kain, as I say, Yenyana Yetias, yes, ye Ghana for
Asempa FM.
This unitary construct of Ghana, an equal stake. And as I say, ye rededicated your own and your efforts at all times towards building a united Ghana. Yempe ethnocentrism, yempe tribalism, yempe divisiveness. Saa nneɛma no nyinaa no ɛbɔ ɔman sɛ one promote inclusiveness and making sure sɛ yɛn nyinaa, no matter who you are, Ufri Volta or Ufri Eastern, Ashanti, Upper West, Upper East, no matter your region, no matter your ethnic nationality, we belong to a republic. And as much as possible, as I say, downplay all these artificial devices and really focus on the national identity and be proud of Ghana, the Ghana flag, and make sure, say, this unitary project, we keep it intact, regardless of historical antecedents. Maybe are free upper many centuries ago and all of that. The various mythologies and anthropology about having migrated from all kinds of places. As one people, and from 1957, we are all Ghanaians working towards achieving the hopes, the dreams, the aspirations of our founding fathers. And that is the essence of your engagement. You can say continuously, who share the rhetoric from your opponents on what targeted the Volta region. Very incendiary statements are leading to a certain feeling in the Volta region, say, as if say yanka Ghana, as if say ye aliens, as if say ye foreigners. And what has exacerbated the situation, any military deployment the Volta region. And the past more multimedia for have been following your news bulletins. More other borders, the western border, the western frontiers of Ghana. More century for, and I saw the news. Indeed, your immigration commander office. That was the news item. And we all pointed at the screen. That look at Joy News. Mwako Elubo. They say there is no military deployment. Yeni Yenianom are Omo Jomoro, our colleague MPs in the Jomoro area. There is no deployment. The border between Jomoro and Ivory Coast. No military deployment. All the way to Sechi, Akontombra, Sechi, we also and all those. No military deployment. Ebane saying na the eastern border, the Aflao, Lome, Aflao, Togo border, no. Ebane saying this part of Ghana there, massive military deployment. Yebisano, you have conflicting accounts from government.
On Asempa FM.
The regional minister, the MC, that's the head of RECSEC and the head of MISEC, the interior minister, they seem to suggest a COVID-19 related deployment. Very strange. They say a military and a fight virus. No, I didn't know that guns have become a vaccine to dealing with the virus. But Utie Katie Hammond, who appears to have let the cat out of the bag, and also say, look, to be frank, this matter is about to influence the outcome of elections.
Hello, Sammy. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's better now. Yes. Hello. Hello, Sammy. Yeah, I think it's better.
Hello.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah. Honorable Katie Hammond. Honorable Katie Hammond, deployment, is to prevent Togolese coming to register.
Say on Asempa FM.
Togolese. Oh, too bad. Same ahomani mu enye inti domi yensain friend biu. Let's call him back, and this time onyina baby yena yentumi eneno entwaso. Ekosi saying so high Asempa FM. Na ye some few questions at them, and some of the issues already issues are defense minister yede ebe mano no so etimi edi anu ye amano. One of the things whether the deployment happen across the country and now say just on the eastern borders and a deployment that's a question the defense minister would respond to in the Same Abba. Same.
Yeah, Obi.
Great.
Sorry about the network.
No problem.
Uti Nabu Katie Hamonda. On also and he appears to have let the cat out of the bag. Deployment is to prevent Togolese from coming into Ghana and getting on the register. And he cites 2008. Very factually inaccurate. 2008 first round a K2 South result and a BYD the lead that the MPP had. The fact of the matter is that 2008 the border was closed. I mean, that is the fact. President Kufuor closed the Ghana-Togo border. It was closed. But you see, the question really is, why are you picking on the Volta region? Why are you targeting the Volta region? I mean, and the conflicting accounts, even the lack of conduct, the lack of sincerity. I mean, Obi, yenina yawo parliament. Time na aban could deploy troops over the Hamile border. The upper west, upper east, northern regions. No, they came to parliament. They briefed us. We all supported. That was to deal with the terrorist threat.
Yeah, terrorist threat. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They told us that that's Operation Concrete Fist. Yenina support here. We voted for it. How come this deployment, Amba Parliament, done under the cover of darkness? None of us. Matisse says some government of here are claiming say. The voter caucus or the minority or parliament was briefed. It is false. They should produce any Hansard, any official publication of parliament, or give us the date when parliament was briefed about this deployment. That is blatant falsehood. We know about Operation Concrete in the northern regions and other deployments. known to our Security and Defense Committee Parliament. This deployment in the Volta region on the eastern corridors has not been brought to the attention of Parliament. It is unknown to us. And we are not surprised because of the sinister agenda, the conflicting accounts, the ulterior motives about this. And we are saying, sir, this must stop. This deployment, this high-handedness, this oppression, this deliberate targeting of Voltarians, as I said, it's gone on for too long a time. Ubekaya, 5 years ago, in August 2015,
Asempa FM.
then running mate Baumia Eka said they have obtained the Togolese register. They have discovered close to 80,000 Voltarians, the Ghana register. So they are also on the Togolese register. And that is only 10% of the work they have done. Now, or the 90%, of the Betuja. Up to now, 5 years on, we have been asking 90% no evidence no wahin. Register now see what obtaining from Togo no. Sa register no wahin. We have been asking up to now. Dr. Baumia has not. Even you in the media, you haven't seen that Togolese register. Togo for a issue statement at the time said their register has not been given to anybody or any other national for that matter. And the question is, why do you keep doing this to the Volta region? Look, let's.
But Sami, my other Sami Nyabotre.
Yeah.
When you say the Eastern Corridor stretches from the northeast region down to that's the eastern border with Togo. A stretcher from the northeast region down to the Volta region through northern Savannah, Eba, Oti, and Volta. Why the narrative just around Volta region? I didn't hear.
Because that is where the deployment is.
But that is not true.
Military deployment.
That is not true, Sammy.
I've told you about the earlier deployment to deal with the terrorist threat from Burkina Faso.
Yes.
I have differentiated
that was even in 2019. That was in 2019 February.
Yes, I know about that. I've told you about that. Parliament was briefed. Parliament has records to show about that deployment. It did not enter the Volta area because that threat is a Burkina Bay related threat.
Absolutely.
It's not a Togo related threat. It's when you start coming down where Togo shares a border with Ghana, there is no military deployment so far as that mission was concerned. And the current deployment, nobody can convince me say the earlier deployment now or more. In any case, that is not what government itself has said. Government has not said deployment it's related to that terrorist operation concrete fees now of deployed earlier. They are claiming, some of them, there are two claims. ABC COVID-19. ABC say is related to the register. Katie Hammond is clear on that. Let's move away from that terrorist threat from Burkina Faso and address current issue.
The terrorist threat from Burkina Faso in the any issue. Are you saying, sir, after the deployment on terrorists there in February 2019, there have been deployment during the lockdown period between February and March? Don't you know about that one as well? So there was deployment to go beef up the immigration and the police who are now air money and border post and the other illegal routes. Do you know about that one as well?
We know about deployment now, of course. So it did not have the February, March, even April, May deployment. It did not have the military. And indeed, if you talk to Superintendent Dodu, he confirmed that the immigration was well equipped to handle the matters here, because that is really their legal mandate. You bring in the military when there's escalated threat. We don't know that escalated threat. Utie Katie Hamoda, he says they are here for peacekeeping. We don't know who is at war over here and which parties are the warring factions. and why the military must be called in to maintain the peace.
So, I mean, the information we have, and it's during the lockdown period, even when the borders were closed. In fact, the Interior Minister is on record to have said, Ometimi apprehended in excess of 5,000 people are used to illegal routes in our country to enter, even when the borders were closed. And because of that, the military was asked to help with some men on the ground. And for the lockdown period, so about 3 weeks period, some men were sent to some of these border crossings. And in fact, the last reinforcement, the course, was 18th and 19th of June this year. And only the new ones, and then also on all border crossings in the country, both on the eastern side and the western side. You don't have that information?
We don't have that information. And Obi, are you disputing Wahoo Network, multimedia, news, you are even airing it today? Are you disputing the fact that there's no military deployment at our western borders? Are you discrediting your own media organizations' news bulletin? Is that what you are doing?
I have not spoken to news bulletin. The Americans said the information we have on Ekosi, as we sit here.
Your media your media organization must put out consistent information, must be credible, and must not confuse your listeners.
It's a very credible media house. And Sammy, if you want to,
we are telling you, that our checks. First of all, Parliament has not been briefed on the current deployment. Parliament is not aware. That's one. Two, we are telling you that this deployment is only done in the Volta region. It has not been done in other parts of Ghana. The western borders have not received this kind of military intervention. That is intimidating, that is harassing, that is putting fear and anxiety.
And when was this deployment done? Unim time on deployment
Obi. Yes, I don't think, sir, you can claim to know what is happening on the ground more than
Oh, but I've not said that, have I? Menkasa. Hello, Sammy. Sammy. Hello. Oh, too bad.
Hello.
Yes, Sammy. Me bacho to Menka.
Hello. Yeah, me too.
Great. But I've not said that. Menka said I am claiming to know what is on the ground more than you. I've not said that anywhere.
Asempa FM.
Yeah, so allow us to tell you what is happening. And internet, for Baha, we have nothing to hide. Look, we will not make up any story. We have nothing to benefit.
But to be fair to me, Sammy, I gave you all the time to tell the whole story. I'm only asking questions based on the okay. I've not disputed what's I'm only giving additional information.
Good. I'm telling you, sir, additional information is different from what is on the ground. And I'm telling you that this is a government that cannot be trusted. This is a government that is putting out conflicting messages. Into deployment way, is it a COVID-19 deployment? And I say it's a deployment to prevent foreigners from coming to register.
But Sammy, is it not possible?
And since when did the Ghana Armed Forces, did we reduce the respected, venerable Ghana Armed Forces, the most reputable armed forces in this region? Since when did we reduce them to a citizenship inspection unit? We are not being fair to the Ghana Armed Forces. And this
Baba, is that what the Ghana Armed Forces is doing?
When you listen to Katie Hammond, that's what Katie Hammond says. And you can play Katie Hammond's voice. Katie Hammond is saying, sir, this deployment is for them to check, to make sure that foreigners don't enter our country to come and register. Look, we are saying that this whole deployment, if you have nothing to hide, you meet the stakeholders. Why is it that other deployments, Parliament was informed? We were put in the picture. We all know. Members of Parliament play a key role. We attend DISEC meetings, MISEC, RECSEC meetings. We are key stakeholders. What are you hiding from us? What are you hiding from the people?
But the other question, let me person me
that is why two former heads of state who have chaired the National Security Council, who who have been commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces have issued statements about how strange this deployment is. President Rawlings himself, a respected flight lieutenant of the armed forces, is questioning this deployment. President Mahama is also questioning this deployment. It should tell you there is something amiss.
But is it possible? Is it possible? Sami said to say the work maybe the necessary information no omu enni enti na ebi omu put out our statement no.
I mean, we have been raising this issue. If there was some honest, sincere information to be put out, we raised this matter in Parliament. You
filed an urgent question on this.
We raised it. We raised it, not an urgent question. We raised it on the floor. The Honorable James Agaga raised the matter when we were commemorating the 75th anniversary of the UN Charter and how we should avoid discrimination. And he reminded us about how the UN Charter led to another very important treaty, the Human Rights Treaty, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and raised this matter. There was no response on the floor. We held a press conference last week, addressed by the Honorable James Agaga, the Defense and Interior ranking member. No credible response.
But why was an urgent question not filed to compel the minister to provide information?
There are many tools available to members of parliament. Urgent question is just one of them. You can also make a statement, which we did on the floor, and the necessary information was not provided. We've also held press conferences on this matter. We are saying that look, this whole deliberate targeting of the Volta region, the selectivity, the discrimination, and fire and cop let us stop it. As Togbe Fiti said today, if you really want to fight COVID-19 here, what they need is a modern hospital, not military camps. That is not what they need here. In any case, COVID-19, are we creating the impression, say, hey, Togo, we have to. Togo, the whole Togo, on my latest case count, 615. Far lower than even, you forget about your epicenters, Accra, Kumasi, far lower than Central Region, Western Region, only 615. Ivory Coast, we have a bigger threat. They have far more. They are close to Ghana's numbers. And yet, we don't see this kind of military deployment. So it's not convincing. It's not convincing. It simply doesn't make sense. And you see, in these matters, be candid with the people. Be sincere. Nobody wants to inflame ethnic sentiment. I don't like that. You recall, Obi, it was on your network when this whole voter secessionist agenda. I was probably the first Voltarian and MP to denounce them and to say they should stop what they are doing. Voter region is going nowhere. We are part of Ghana. We are all playing our role. And recall the contributions of the likes of Bedema, the likes of Philip Beho, who composed our national anthem. Many people don't even know. I sought to even correct the distortion of history. Say, Transvolta Togolano, it was all of the Volta region. Ketu South, Ketu North, Anglo, the Keta Tong areas were never part of this whole Transvolta Togoland agenda. If you check the history, it was Mamprusi, Gonjes, the Yendi area, all the way down, even going to Benin, entering into Cameroon. And I referred even the secessionists to Jacob Spade's book, the most authoritative book about the Ewe people. And condemn that secessionist agenda.
I get your point.
We are for Ghana. We are for a unitary republic, and we are saying let us stop this needless targeting. What the people need is development. Yen protect you more, yen omo ejuma, and let us fulfill our campaign promises.
Should the Ministry of Defense come out and provide proof to show say deployment was done across the country, amount of figures, community by community? What would you do?
Come out where? Come to Parliament after the fact.
Through a press conference, through anything, and tell you.
after the fact, when they've created the mess already, when people have been brutalized, when they have engaged in all of this needless targeting. And in any case, what would the ministry tell us the deployment is to help address? What is the mission? What is it? Is it to help prevent the importation of COVID-19? And now I say it is to prevent so-called Togolese from coming to vote. Is a political agenda properly so-called? What would the mission be?
So I think you've raised some pertinent issues. Nyamiadom Yensabeka Honorable Dominic Nitiwo. And I would ask him questions I will raise in Anafi Yaje Anuye. Why? But before you go, no, your colleague in Parliament, Honorable Katie Hammond, Yena Woodin Komoyana, where we studio has his here, and Osei Ochia. Honorable, Mebacho, you have the microphone.
Sami Minister.
Hey, Honorable Katie Hammond.
Sami, talk to me. Sami, how are you?
I am not fine at all. My eyes are red. I'm in K2 South. You have to call your troops.
No, but that's a different matter. We'll talk about it. I've been trying to reach you. You know, you guys come to my rescue. You are the chairman of my fan club. You know, I won't be saying that what I'm for. They are not Ghana.
Yeah, I was really
it's a matter that is troubled me, Papa. It is almost kind of I've been listening to the tape.
Relationship. And when I saw the video, I was really surprised.
Seen the full tape? Have you seen the full tape or have you listened to the full tape?
Well, I've seen what Joy News put out.
Well, you see,
it's a 2 or 3 minute clip.
Okay. The Media Commission. It's a 4-minute clip. Now, beginning, you hear me say, Togolese, and then me de voter for the can say voter normally relatives. So the emphasis was back on the Togolese, and then from there, quote the end of the tapes. I mean, take time. I will send you one on your WhatsApp.
Okay. I'll love to.
No, you have to. Specifically, they asked me, Togo, Togo, me come more than 20 times. How Joy Kofu Injime, Okaka Bichra of Nomaniaji, how our more Ekofa we no more Kofa we no more, my happy. You have also tried to reach the secretary. You are the chairman of my fan club, and the Fifi is the secretary of my fan club. I'm trying to reach them.
Sure. No doubt about that.
I can never. I'm not mad. You begin to think that you're chairman. I
was thinking it's a primary expression of affect you.
Your boss would never do things like that. But the Bible is here. I think that they will play it here. Why Joy has decided to do this? First, I will take them to Media Commission. If you also, I will sue them. Because you cannot do something as outrageous as this. Small clip, all the explanation, and it's not like I left you to imagination. Specific, no, we are talking about Togo. We are talking about Togo. We are talking about Togo. I'm talking to my brother. I'm talking to my younger brother.
No, David. Because of about Joy, the Joy story had a focus. The
focus was what? When she had in Sami, who are the papa? Joy. Now this matter will deal with it.
No.
They should be very careful.
The Joy story, Joy story now. It was to highlight the inconsistencies in response from government.
On which one?
On the issue on what the deployment is for.
I didn't even know. One piece of soldier for them, soldier for you hear that? Soldier for the baby, I didn't even know. Into one month, catch them so there be soldier for flower, soldier for K2 South, soldier. Then I say, so one more there. Now, would now baby now, who soldier, what down the baby, and they be now a year for a friend say, electoral assembly I didn't know anything about this. All of a sudden I'm a center of a massa would have said minimum tell my friends, but I will deal with the Joy people until the mobile studio. But tell them media you can distribute to our friends, let them know say as one can say why Mr.
Sammy?
Yeah, Obi.
What you chairman?
Let me just add. I appreciate damage controller, my very good friend, senior colleague in the house, and it's positive because one of the things we have been doing here is to calm tensions because we have only Ghana. That's the only country we know, and it's important say we would calm down on the rhetoric and the divisiveness. Now, look, we intermarry, we school together, we play together, church together, club together. We are the same people. It's very difficult to find any distinctions and any lines drawn between us. Look, if you look at the history of the African people, this whole Berlin Conference, Otto von Bismarck, and our divided here, these artificial borders. We are one people. Look, look at Ivory Coast. You have Akans there, beautifully, pursuing the Akan culture. How is it that nobody worries about that? Say, or Ebi Omora to Jomorana Elubo to vote. Nobody targets them. Look, the Hausa people, the Hausa language-speaking people, probably the most populous Africans, all over Ghana, Gambia, Northern Nigeria, Senegal, they are all over the place. How come nobody targets them? It's a Banisena voter in Kwina, or they know their brothers are in Togo. It's the same ethnic group, and then we target them, and they are on the register, and all of that. Let's stop these things, and look at how to build a united nation. That's what we need to move forward as one people with one destiny, with a common future.
Sammy, do you agree, sir? Because our borders are shut, and it's a Ghana Nibimpo Ewo baby to say Togo or Cote d'Ivoire or US or Papua New Guinea, they cannot come in to register. You agree with that, right?
Your question is a difficult one, because I know as ranking member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, say, as I speak to you, evacuations are costly.
Absolutely.
Ghana for a war, UK, a war US, a war France, China. They have been brought back. Some are in quarantine hotels all over, from Alisa to Mensvik, and they will take part in the registration.
Yeah, because they've gone through the evacuation protocols.
Yes.
So unless you do that, you cannot come.
So if we can do that for Ghanaians, Ghana for a war London, or more New York, or more Paris. There are no more Ghanaians than Ghanaians in Togo, and now Ghanaians in Cotonou, and now Ghanaians in Abidjan. And we have to address that issue. How is it that you are able to bring down Ghanaians elsewhere in other countries, in Europe and America, to come and register and to vote? Now, so nobody wants to hear anything about the plight of Ghanaians in Togo, plight of Ghanaians in Ivory Coast, in Nigeria. What kind of discrimination is that? Why? Why don't we want to hear about Ghanaians who are stuck elsewhere? We know what, even when Nigeria closed their borders, we know the damage it caused. Supporting Gutafor, Kasapreku workers, and all of that. Say, that was a wrong act. Nigeria and it is affecting businesses. But
are the Ghanaians in Togo, in Nigeria, willing to go through the protocols, come and go into quarantine, pay for their own hotel bills and all of that? Are they willing to do that?
Of course.
Have they approached the embassy in Togo?
They have approached us. Yes.
The embassy in Togo?
Indeed. Yes, they have. Indeed. Unim said Ghanaian students are Benin. Ghanaian students in Benin. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs had to even do, they came by road, about 100 of them came by road. The students were agitating. They wrote to me. And they are Ghanaians. But you see, when it comes to these matters, it's as if, say, some Ghanaians, depending on where you travel to, know, it makes you more Ghanaian than others. So me too quite a Togo. And I'm stuck. Then it makes me a Togolese suddenly. Nobody cares about me. I should be abandoned. I should be left behind in Togo. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's not fair. That's not justice.
Okay, Same mepacho emre into me fancy. Yebesi din komobio. Why? Someone Okoja to Ablakwa, MP North Tongue constituency, a member of the Volta Caucus in Ghana's parliament on the minority side actually. And Omoko Ketu South after precisely a press conference. And Yegusu din komona would him say Ora Keti Hammond, MP for Adansia Sokwa Edin Ebemu, and he's joined us in studio just to speak to the issues about app. No, before that, would play his interview with Joy News and said in American Akano, Latif story no had a focus, but after this we'll get into that. Muntie, Honorable KT Hammond.
I mean, look, they will make all sorts of don't worry about it. I mean, we will see what happens. You guys, journalists, go to voter region and see if you see. You say it's true. Have you seen any soldiers there? There's a border. We've got to have the military, the immigration, the whatever, to control the border. It wasn't like that before. No. Wait a minute. It's very important. If you accept that it wasn't like that, but it's now increased activity there, there is a good reason for that. We're all in this country and we've always been concerned about what happens. The Togolese and the Votarians, and when I'm talking about it's voter region, I mean, there is the kind of, remember the history, Professor, if you guys know the history about this place, basically the same tribe. So they walk in, come, but they are not Ghanaians. And when they walk in there, they can do whatever they do. So I guess that is the reason for that. See, there's a classic example. You remember 2008, the second round? We had so much, 100,000 or so votes leading Professor Mills at the time of second round. The next round, one constituency, what's the name? Which one? No. Country South also, it cleared all the it cleared all the whatever we had. Where did they come from? You see, so everybody from whatever they came to vote. So this is what the whole thing is about. Well, that's what you say. There is, if those people voted 35,000 or so at the time voted. The next one, everybody else on earth voted. Where were they coming from? So this is the whole issue. We want there to be sanity. The military is there to make sure that you vote if you are Ghanaian. You vote if you have the right, constitutional right in Ghana to vote. That's all there is. They are not electoral officers, but they are peacekeeping force.
No.
I mean, the whole strength of it, Aflawo is shot, but is Aflawo the only whatever. So the soldiers, the immigration, the police, they are just maintaining the peace, making sure that there's no infiltration. I mean, come on, let's be serious. What is the point in going through all that we've gone through to Supreme Court, all that, then allow a porous border for people to come through and then infiltrate, and then to infiltrate the register again? We would have been back to where we started. Yes.
Even if you have Ghana card and passport.
If you have what?
Ghana card.
I mean, come on, this is not a good argument. We've already, I think that is the premise. If you are Ghanaian, who prevents you from voting? Who are not Ghanaians? Togolese are not Ghanaians. They are. You didn't listen. I didn't say they are not Ghanaians. I said there is a common affiliation between what I call the Votarians, that is voter region, and then Togo. It's one family. So those who are in Togo, they come in, do their trading, they go back. But in times that people call on them, like the NDC we want to call on them, they will pretend that they are Ghanaians. That's what I'm saying. No.
Serious allegation.
What do you mean it's a serious allegation? If you come in there and you are not a Ghanaian and you infiltrate, who would let you vote? What is the problem? When you are born where? The guy is not listening. See, when somebody asks you, are you a better person here? If you are born there and you have the requisite document to show that you are Ghanaian, you are entitled to register and vote. Full stop. I've said that many times. I'm talking about those who do not have that one, but they say come and they try with the help of and others to vote. That's what I'm talking about.
Finally, from me, the residents are also complaining.
Which ones are complaining? They are complaining about what?
Intimidation.
I don't think that is true. No. I mean, you haven't done anything. You see a military man going around. What is the problem? Echampo. You guys are young, so you don't remember the times of Kutu Echampo. He says all these are normal military exercise. You know, that's what Legon, they have the helicopters running around. But helicopter, the University of Ghana said this is normal military exercise around Lagos. What is the problem? So the soldier, Massa, it is what we call it only an analogy.
Asempa FM
94.7 Asempa FM. So indeed, that was the voice of Honorable KT Hammond. And let me say, Muamashe Joy News story. And you would realize, portion of this voice, was used in the story to achieve maybe the aim of the story writer. So he wanted to highlight the inconsistencies in government because this was clearly different from Insema Interior Minister. So and I think that was the focus. Latif at the but it doesn't stop us from discussing this particular voice and interview. Honorable, officially Akwaba. Now, point to saying, yeah, Danyamia say, and the pain seven. I'm a wabotoka. My name is a tea program. Yes, we more specifically, Nipa, yes, our program, or Nipa, report, and why they are in Nipa for different reasons. But on this one, the Nipa, many Africa. So, what you interview, no crown, I said, is it make Cambro for yes, and I'm a Cambro for. Yes, we know yes, many animal Corano, and the Agra, almost friend me, you go so I can Kevin, yes, you know, and she say, obit me, coy, now say, no one war pedal. Yeah, but also no ye. I mean, Cassan or can't emphasis say, Momaka, I can't say, this boy. Na me de emphasis no me de koto ba bi so obi se me se pani bi Ghana ha on na yes boy but I was actually talking about the boy na me kan boy asem wan hwe ni ya na akwa fast maba mo a journalist mo was standards was mutimi ehwe na mo de na wo kan se me ko kan so gyasem so so obetia omu ni American horo me say omu bi say am say so gyafo he me nimbo me nche say ya deploy so gyafo me am ko constituency me ko ye be yini adno me nche da me nche ye ti omu na ense say so gyafo ho so na musi bi wo ho dia remember your story na ye kan ina na electoral commission Supreme Court ni esi ye na fe ni ekoso ana medical ho a egusu aye kan ina na wo ba na ba report no se na wakan ya na pa obia se keti ya mo se voter for omunya Ghana for who can say I mean seriously there's some now go faba I mean anywhere ho asaba na go faba madim fi aduasia history no be because it's a minimum history me ye O level history me ya 1 me ye A level history me ya B who ka chere me say minimum history every ho kakra my government my few my lawyer my say MP my vie aduro ne sa na metwo you could to my body this is here yes the way you open masam me campaign ni ade me koy da ohu me ohu so won fa me share chiro so won de yo fifi kwete incidentally all the the any south one ankaza fifi kwete just go ajaho first no yes speaker Ghana parliament ko kame ho asem ho na gwemo di bedi no me wona fofo me wanuafo me wo bibia na me deputy minister of energy na ankasa na voter region enkura me de nkane a me de ko ho na me say dogo fo na me de ko ba ho mo I mean yes na akofa nsamba si say ba ma ba ha yi nyina no me ba na maba ba kirem na Ghana fo omutie ade obi aboy wo wie de omo a omutie na so na yi omo de bi hwe munya ka fo kakra journalists mo potential as mo de ba call so mo ba say kuro no are very very big asem kakra o de to na du America na du way into nsama na mo social media ye mu bi yenim social media John former president John mama now okay say BBC for no na minimum po on never can parliament na meti na am president BBC so ne na okay check Collins Dowda born before computer yen BBC for no yenim social media no but I was so America debate tinti we can we finally tape no ko do ho no meti so obi mu atwero so obi ani awu moment ago omo di papia tem twen abo so ade ba ya fe tie obi ayedi na ba ko twero well abantem de yanka yina ehunu ya fe yina tape no na ne o twotwo no na ne buafu say mo journalist because no ankasa so no okeka bi kire me afi na ne buafu ha kun say asem say no oka na ano de kakra no mo tizi do ketewa bi mo de aba na mo agai ne aka ni nyina ma yeah baba only obi kokoye interview that's a long interview
4 minutes
yes depending on the news item because news item also wants a 4 minutes no BBC to me a whole world news in 5 minutes how we go insert it depend the part of the interview open for the story you are doing
but you should be careful
as a journalist no that was the task
no one hwɛ ne so na akodi ewu asem na meka ye no ne de start ye no ahun togofo no na me kofa voter fo ekobom ana me koka say omunya Ghana fo no one shed year a yakwa is a woman na no munya Ghana for nti se bia mo so mo standards am follow mo bigira mu ya trade mo nti ya wo so adi we sa na wo kan ye wo ye sure say tape na de ba no mo antie ni 4 minutes per mo antie ansa na mo choose ni am pe nipa ode ade ne ba ye no hobby nti wo yi sa ketwa no na wonim say ade so bi toa so yeah okay Asempa ba ye ya sisi Ghana obi atwuma bo so o ripa ko ye no wabaka say da bi na tape no mom na ebi wo so da dem say kakra account ye ntie no um ye ntie no wa ye din what wo onim ne wo ye mesi mo
but the other thing is honorable time a journalist ne ba wo ho no na wo ka say onye aware of the military deployment.
That's right.
Why did you speak to it? I didn't know Kasai.
Listen, me say that me can say me omuni ho. Omuni one am so one more ho. But one more me can so me can need no me dia me kan no. Number one, me defense minister. Number one, I'm not in government.
So you didn't have to speak.
Well, no, that is a different matter altogether. You say with the benefit of hindsight, nkeni kwa say wakasa say generate heat way am get minimum say and some cause say many Africa ya minimum abai mu say minimum say military war ho that it can be like minimum reason am ho no. I've been told say COVID and some I've been told minimum nka ne kan very simple, but I didn't know that. Na me makansa sir any offend say no more how to prevent say ma Togo for ma register any other. If that's not issue, the official government statement and said no, this is what is that? I know your issue. I know your issue. Near issue akofas ma besi say ya kani nyina and say o mine ne fa ya nuan wo ho ya dofo wo ho ya nyina egu mamu ya tno mamu adada obi timi bagi obi anu di kwesi say osimesi say omo nya Ghana for any dey
Oman me question over them.
Well, the issue of about Siri there, he has to just.
Oh, Messi.
Tell me to them about the platform.
Yes.
You understand? And in these jobs that we do, a brand like Multimedia, Joy FM, to be precise, will not deliberately.
Somebody deliberate.
No. Will not deliberately say.
Yes.
Knowing the consequences of adi omoye no so mu tu sa na mo we ai beba or not but eno na obiaka say the trimpo voices ahodo a okekesi ani and the ohwa adwina o de tachi na answer na why conclusive but in a way probably what Mr. can say would have been also fair knowing at how sensitive that information was going to be to bring the 4 minute or run a commentary that even though you are hearing this, the full tape does a bit of clarification on AZB. That's why probably a Domkuma also aso honomo. Almost so a page honoko because who TTP who's a Mekambana Bofu. Me say now how can honorable Katia one? How can you go and pitch against and why should you always be the voter agent? You are not just a normal politician. You truck Ghana bakosem, you train people bakosema. The likes of KTM cannot be written off. I was wondering, but playing back and listening again, his issue was that if you are a foreigner, in this case specifically on Togo, if you are a Togolese, we will not allow you to vote. And we said for the sake of answer, if that opportunity is coming again, bia, and can even on Kokoko Sayres because on what you say on your defense minister. Timesro. Yes, and Treasurer basically could not buy Tassi. Edu baby, I want it. Admittedly, and I'm on two way be when you saw. So when your brand some fancy the movie, mammy, so more and the so to one. Uniam would go to Mikapa, and no doubt about that. If a lot of Rotarians too, probably they have not easy also taken their time to do the listeners we have done just this afternoon. So I will say, Obi O2 Yafuno. Me, I'm pleading that. You are working hand in hand with journalists, and this is one of the biggest brand Africa. That's Multimedia. So inquiring us is not about seeing us. Let's judge and solve our problems. But we also say sometimes.
Just the kind of let me say, you for Togo for one more. Say. Lawyer near me 20 minimum your constitution minimum one Ghana for. Minimum say Togo now because one Ghana for. Working for me Ghana for. In this America Togo for Ghana for problem any here. Togo omo ya Ghana fo obi mo keka say Togo fo nipa ni bi wom na ya ni bi wo ha Britain America Germany omo ya Ghana fo so omo ya sa kuru mo fo chese Britain fo ina Ghana fo America fo ina Ghana fo nti no say if they citing the case say Olympio na we say ya do or say omo ya case bi chese we yes one person ninchiri of your Ghana your constitution allows for that what in America constitutionally on my number can see or which one a Ghana ni one a Ghana ni in this Mrana chesa o Ghana ni o Ghana ni me not hear you Ghana
where the challenge was ne someone at point look at bibi say omu nyina ye ebusua baako after oka omu nyina ye ebusua baako the next sentence and next also say ba omo nya Ghana
we see no na Matias na me say enti okobo we na okofa asma ba because me the start is Togo so wutie ya Togo me bo Togo pe na me say omo no na ayi votarian no me dey no ka ho say enti me emphasis no say omo nya Ghana for I was talking clearly about Togo but that is fine say no anya
fact is that as journalists the fact is that Togo for nya Ghana for
absolutely, but that's true.
Cote d'Ivoire for the Ghana.
Yeah, and they are fact.
That we are man friendly now go contrary to the constitution requirement. Only Ghana.
Yeah.
So what I say.
Yeah.
That is the basic
you can
fact.
be a Togolese and a Ghanaian, so a dual citizen.
Exactly.
But you have to prove.
Exactly.
That's what I'm getting in
Exactly.
Oh, ni na maga ni ame ya no mo hwe ni ye ayemenu your friend say my offer say already me penasem o ye ni papa mansem ba ye ko fo twema bo so ni
fine now.
One okay.
No when okay.
Muso wo ni papa. I'm not sure say me prime minister. No, you papa me sremo. Mo nto bo ase na wo ko fast ma wo se ma me court. Me dwene ho I report here, my report on my letter, me the Moko Media Commission.
That's
what my men court, Magno, Mepoa 70 Magno, but with the Yami Hatio Pamucho, Munya careful, and Yamenko, a Chamoko of us and Yatibida. We are saying my man journalists and some of them for buy any other day. Create a number. How could I possibly talk like that? My age, my education, why many and we quiet by whatever. Men said that Yame woman may be Bianca Manoda, and she was whatever.
But I think you know to 2 year hope for no.
Yeah.
Say also now we newsmaker no.
Yeah.
Say journalists need the microphone ba.
Minimum maker, they be you are insistent. But I say so for the other maker, no. Look, to my credit, I said minimum. Mr. Binim, I said this. I mean, woman, baby, I'm so there be the woman. I said, oh, my dear, me mass man, I can say, what that.
But I will name us. I will link your presence no to registration at
yeah, sure.
And the fact that we don't want Omua and Ghana.
But tell me that no.
The official government position is not registration.
But yes, I want church them say a different matter. But the young years you for the you say actually talking about it. So you for no where say Yatumbo say Yatubo the but I'm say Yatubo the I don't know but I'm say Yatubo the say Yatubo where you for weapon more. I mean, I don't know what this. One more bet them say, business I buy me I buy a defense minister. Defense minister Wakasa was this say, I want that one to rest. That is the official position. Let that one rest. Media American say, Miss Remo, Mabo tape, Momo Diana Momo, Mama Mona Bakupe ya. Nani pakro na wotro no onsan twrobio na no wotwrobio dia na be yasomdwa ma obia no onsan twrobio se na de na okoyi ho nko an ne so you know ne moye mu di bone a na mo akoyi bibi ka
medical
I'm telling you so the power yeah no bibie no we chese onim ya no
but yes akram and then it's a whole institutional the structures you go through before a story comes out you cannot just say make am not
journalists be a interview you have a focus for the interview.
That's right.
And to to say my press conference nipa be 3 akasa be 1 hour I cannot possibly play the 1 hour voice in my story. It may bar from 1 hour and I pick portions it be suited the focus of my story and from the journalist after a 4-minute interview with you he thinks that 1 minute be was 4 minutes anymore, and the baby one is story, and he ran with that. Say, some won't kind on no creativity. It's different.
No, watch them say no. You are buying one on or between us.
No, somewhere else. You have to be
but before now, the quiet no 4 minutes. No one Jenina.
No, but the point is that
they
edit the story.
They edit it, but we edit it by its nature. Why can't we are wanted to wait into almost 4 minutes, and woman says, Sir, I Katie Amokan, a bedino. Okay,
just yes, statement from the presidency. I was here, a true President Akufo-Addo direct Auditor General to take his accumulated annual leave. The President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has directed Mr. Daniel Yao Domelevo, the Auditor General, to take his accumulated annual leave of 123 working days, according to records available to the Presidency, with effect from Wednesday, 1st July 2020. The President's decision... The President's decision to direct Mr. Domelevo to take his accumulated annual leave is based on sections 21 and 31 of the Labour Act 2003 Act 651, which apply to all workers, including public office holders, such as the Auditor General. According to the Act, a worker is entitled to annual leave with full pay in a calendar year of continuous service, which cannot be relinquished or forgone by the worker or the employer. Since his appointment as Auditor General on 30th December 2016, Mr. Domelevo has taken only 9 working days of his accumulated annual leave of 132 working days. It will be recalled that on 9th April 2009, the third president of the Fourth Republic, His Excellency the late Professor John Evans Atta Mills, directed the then Auditor General, Mr. Edward Dua Ajeman, to take his accumulated annual leave of approximately 264 working days. President Akufo-Addo paid attention to this precedent in directing the Auditor General to take his accumulated annual leave of 123 working days. The Auditor General has been further directed to hand over all matters relating to his office to Mr. Johnson Ekuamwa Asiedu, the Deputy Attorney General, to act as Auditor General until his return from his well-deserved leave. Signed, Eugene Ahin, Director of Communication.
Deputy Auditor General.
Hey,
Auditor General.
Mekaden. Oh, sorry. To hand over all matters relating to his office to Mr. Johnson Ekuamwa Asiedu, the Deputy Auditor General, to act as Auditor General until his return from his well-deserved leave. Signed, Eugene Ahin, Director of Communications, Office of the President. In the way, any statement I ansaka from the Presidency. So we are kwaji ahome asaya ba
money adwumapa.
Money adwumapa say nya dia okokra o.
Me chese say dia tabas call 254 so buy.
254 no.
Yes, money adwumapa. Akwapa no kwafo. Wabasu my Ghana.
Mente dia wo kana say.
Me chese mani mo ene adwumapa o dia basu my Ghana. Enti enu ano no.
Na o mani mo obi a wakọ leave asaya ba de o mani money adwumapa say.
Oh, na so we accumulated leave. Adam say mani mo ene adwumapa.
It all man and more leave now.
Exactly. The president who said
123 days.
123 be crack or 256.
Yes.
That's more.
And they also finding out they said your code 256 was signed by and
now my card was said the other by. Who now card say who and
only they also finding out say or call and or signed by and that's the information.
Accumulated leave. Don't
leave. Not just almost was started 2016 30th December no we call 9 days working days leave. It is your uncle 132.
Ghana Asempa.
President said to act as Auditor General until his return.
Nobody
from his well-deserved
nobody
leave.
stops him from coming back.
No, how a woman more
Akwapa no cover besumo my Ghana. Yeah.
Enti kwaje wa home na cyber.
Kwaji wa home different from kwaji wa home na cyber.
Abala no kwaji wa home na cyber. Yes.
And I'm saying money adwumapa.
Okay.
Why you adwuma say no jabre dodo ato won kwaji wa home a. Enye money adwumapa. Yeah. Na sawo saba no osumpa edu beba.
Yeah. Yeah.
It did be.
But
oh no, a case I could say
on the way. No, that was sent yeah, no more court and say I want to the I know the no yeah honorable
only other issues I know with this
I don't know honestly.
I think they were very sharp. But no, yes,
sir. You cannot do that. You just cannot. Honorable get the amount. Yeah, that's that. Oh, bye. So maybe the other day, no. Also, we can watch.
Yeah, here no.
National security report there. National security report there. National security
officer. National security report. But what friends say no.
Congratulations. I think you fought a good fight.
No, but I said, I can say that I to me, I'm a bar and I COVID. I was a mamma and Cockota, mamma and Sumua, meetier, my person mobile rectify situation. No, much the most of the media imagine say a conspiracy or more. That's what I think. But I was as a mutimi, you will say, Namudia and Yamudia and Yamagra Mono. But yenu animal voter for a Miss Ramwada, Miss Ramu, Ghana, Yegina, Ghana. Who you need to say the Madrid woman, no BBA could do a Madrid, neither but Toza, Zabia, Ubi, or Bahad Bakazaka, Nayam Guasi, Ayam Guasi, men Tessa, yes, make a cancer, and some Americania, be a Bianin, the Macabians, I asked my meeting again or the Medifend, and I am look at cancer, obviously, I do want book, Ujam, a certain chapters of a Dubuang, may repeat Yachro CCR, topics of West African history. Minimpa said we see any other men Casaba Hattas, Mr. As we just have no Makai, the media grow, say, then I nibble ya buying Minister of Defense or more Mamidi and na Mr. Remo. At least to the extent they say, Ketiamon say, when we say, Sami, you heard my mammy. Fifi, Mr. Wada, she wouldn't go for more. You say, I must be so among you. Over Kaiser, maybe voter region school. And you join for the car, so I was your money. Monamokai, voice, no, Namodiba, Mudina, Bayanka, just where Mukoyi, we are confessing we are Bano. Mobile Kaiser, voter region, and what school be primary schools and or Mobaha. I may say, or more here computers. I say, in your more school or more bubu, no, this should be the Moka computers, I'm a coto, men, I'm a coto computers, but the Brahma, and I'm with the computer at the core, come out more voter region. Who we are marking themselves on Ghana for. Medical dams on medical Togo. Namazame de Qua, Burkina Faso. Namazame de Qua Mali. No shade, Miss Remo.
Unyamadu dances.
A mano, 12 years, Yamia do Medim could Messi and come once, and most of my year.
Congratulations. Congratulations. But National Security Report, when your details?
When the details?
Now we get for National Security. National Security, who insist National Security Minister, Honorable Albert Kandapa, with my first minister, Ghana. Me too know I'm the Tikrum, me a Katia, where they Kandapa, and then Mammy, authority, It is one, come sorry. Obia Bokandapa, you will as a sorry, and your baby, Ghana, Kandapa, himself, and yes, say, on family, Niagro, Niagro. Now I got your visit, what's your National Security Officer now? Who's mammy from Uncle Court? And so I say, no. So
at least once journalists ne pay Asempa 94.7 FM. You go to the media no Bremo said the kind akano. The reporter had a certain focus into ma yenhwena yemfa NC. But up next, that interview with the Defense Minister of the Republic of Ghana, the Honorable Dominic Nitiwol, and some are crossed over the weekend, and Honorable Okujetua Blakwa raised some very pertinent issues. We'll put those questions not to him. Now we no Ediame Dominic Nitiwol about the cancer, and Muntie way ye bapepepe. Yane Dominic Nitiwol shall see Eddie and Como. You could see saying Sunny. I Asempa 94.7 FM. Found some carefully, basis here.
My dear,
yes, sweetie.
And then your mammy miss out. Oh, some baby. And so dumb a pan. Now, I am a super pan. I'm in one down. I'm in one deck.
Oh, Nina won. Meso, the dicker pie over there. There would be mona soap and mona cream.
Asempa FM.
Ah, me da say. Na me be the emotions to my answer.
Hey, Debbie, me the shows clear fans. I said my show some bang.
And what can you say there? Many mona soap, any mona cream and ebe wo. Said the mona soap timi skin rashes in your crop. Na e pampen fini pa ho. Na mona cream timi sa propro ne ho a. E ma chimi fu brom. E ma skin aye nwensen, esa ye bokko, sa bofra de no. Oh, they say me nyeja me ho. Ba biye wo se me di mona cream siesie no. Me di be siesie.
Hey, mona soap and mona cream.
Na ne bon so nya de na buso yi de. Ene ahofe no, me ma na busu ama ho.
And me so ma don sa. Omafo here mona soap and mona cream. Enfre Agbebe Herbal Center 020-813-0790 and 024-6595-256.
FD ahwehwe saa ejedi nkrato yi mu agye atomu se eye. Brakwejo.
Yes.
Aren't you a darling?
I am. Beto Omama Royal Chocolate. Every Omama Chocolate Ghana. Emma woman. A better na Omampamasem.
Naturally, Omama Royal Chocolate. I'm why Omama.
Onima de pa. Wash milk chocolate. Any dark chocolate there. Auto praying.
Packaging also dear. Yes, swago.
Yes. 50-gram milk and dark. And 100-gram milk and dark and so. And Sanato handmade chocolate. Milk and dark varieties. One Ghana pair no ajibi.
Okay. Wo just send I do. So me baby Omama Chocolate Ghana wo.
Ghana Trade Fair Center, Labadi, House of Nayak, Pavilion Q, from 050-1322-584, and then 050-1322-586. And your one supermarket kra, Utimbogram Kotobi, one website, or mamachocolateghana.com. Utimikra Tobi online, no of their bro baby.
Omama Royal Chocolate.
The Omama Royal Chocolate.
Na yenye Omama.
FD ahwehwe sa ejwedi nkrato yi mu agye atom se eye.
Hey, lala didi lala. What worry us so dear? Na me dear yemia. Africa Queen Mackerel bonejuma wo sisan. Africa Queen Mackerel ide what you
Asempa FM.
So the year jani. E danson. Tomato sauce na egu hono so e rich. Yes. E pizza wo. Nti e me jani ne dey strong kon. Enam no so semuma. Na me chese nam ponko a. Wa wo beti ase. Na wo be check so. E grade 1 na me say me twakwa me nkwan. Na me tubi gumu a. Ato ne ne term so. Honey, oba papa. Oyima. Major. Mitchell say, John Love, Gary Photo, rice and stew, and piscine gravy dear. Africa Queen Mackerel ni more. It's me now. Africa Queen Mackerel. Shawenum keke, nam papa no.
Africa Queen, shawenum keke, nam papa. When my child is aching, suffering.
Onia woni se edru nyonyo tumi ma wo ba ne woko wo mra wo ma no edru ebetumi asane yare afei de wo how to etwa se wo banya hututu anane baby ye ne ya mano zinol nsuo edru de a ne nkate se anka na ode anije benum atafe abonanum se toto saranso na mpanyimfo a ewe busuamu nso de zinol to yaw te se tipaye cold catarrh, sore throat, feverishness, flu, and now romantic pains. If we say a year you may na a 2 year was a feature. Ain't it Fazino tablet? Nama woman Zeno suspension. Said the Ebeya woman uncle. Mabra walk on yari.
So Fazino name now want to work. Who doctor? FD Arugasa a Jadian Cratray Adia Tunsa Aya.
Zeno, have a happy day and a peaceful night.
So we came to check up on you and also give you this gift.
So you people still they call this name. Do you even remember how it all came about? Some years back, some paddy things say big truck go fit crash.
Asempa FM.
But like I always they talk, if you want crash then unless since 1969, Duraplast they produce high quality standard PVC pipes plus fittings where they carry water go every hole.
And since that time till now, Duraplast has introduced other amazing products such as the PVC and HDPE pipes, motorbox, Durablock, allets, water tank, and many more.
So, young man, remember, where Duraplast goes, water flows. From the past 50
to the next 50 years and beyond.
Don't come here! Don't
at the 4-day life plan properties. And she should say life plan properties in Kwana Tonsase Wonwa. Winya problem bia litigation free. And I'm saying the no credit in Yamisro and I hear Juman. Na Yansasi, a bit that Kaswa Domiabra. English a man from Amasaman Kodashon. Afe Oyibi at the hotel Sabana Sasia or how Nemansu Bia any Hudia. And your life plan properties. Your payment plan I Wahoma 1,000 Ghana cedis pay and Kane 10 million. Saturday Bia Anopa. Join your free bus. I had the question Sasi. Ubehu life plan properties. I walk down some roundabouts opposite ADB Bank. Fre 0244 84 94 36 and 0200 18 32 32. Life plan properties. No longer.
Abra yeguswa din kabom ekwetia COVID-19 yi. Ecobank ema wa kwanya hodwa. Wode betina fie. Abo ho ban na watumi du sikasem ahyewa wonsem. Fa Ecobank mobile didra bebia ne abrebia. Se wo Ecobank account ana wonibie. For text message ana email so forma ne sika. To credit, tia wo bills. Abra wuti fie edwodwo ho. Se ye sika puduo na oni ye didra. Fa ye internet banking no so.
Asempa FM.
Ma okwan ma ofa abefu sikatua kwan so. Etua ne ma no dwumadi Waka wonfa sika potin entua twe Ecobank mobile eneya wo Google Play Store, App Store, ana yen Facebook page, ana bo star 770 hash e wo phone bia so na chance didwa. Ecobank dwene ho kai sa obema kwan ada oni afoforo ntem eya ata hohoro wonsa e na afei emfa wonsa nkeke wanim wohia moa bia frɛ Ecobank contact center e wo 3225 bia eni abrebia wontua hwe tena fie na bo ho ban. Ecobank, the Pan-African Bank.
Akosia makopcha sinena bo buai mawu bi be moto msha fiji ni nyina wai
kwadwo na den na wo sin e na wo hwehwe
mempesa minse wa na wafana wa so na be ya no
wa hu abrabo you see your life afa de wo su enam belmo tunti wo wonim se belmo ti e wo unique taste ede edi enti na wo di sie ye
edi enti na me fancy e fi da ko se wife na ai hu belmo mani age ho saa beto be se fiji bia na mo fa no na ma no nyina enu nti na me di prison kado eto fiji ni no eso ni nyina achi munya kwai eyi no man
kwadwo kan wa koma to yem mi ankasa meto na mo akosopa e wo mpotamo ha na makwakonya 10 packs aye belmont and na chocomalt awo betimi anum bia jeja ho
medofu medasie wa kire wo do liwi ni di belmont ni hunde sonko a ewo belmont original any belmont choco beverages for iron belmont simple irresistible sa
FDA ahwehwe san adwedie nkrato yi mu agya tum se eye
LPG I am from Eja ehote nanso se ehobeti amawa agi se wo de adi dwuma yi ansa na wo beso wuja no hwia na hwe se from Eja ho nka biara enje ho se wote from Eja ho pampa na buebue apono ne mpoma no nyina eba ne saa menso ana menum biara edi enyina mahoden eye adwuma Eja biara waso wo ho na frɛ onimdifo mano mmehwe mawo fasamina nsuegu from Eja tontru wano ano se wo ehuro natural se etue ampa ta ehwe se droben na etwe from Eja no hu ntue na ta isesa droben no acha preko mfie mienu biara echi hwe se abri biara wo be soja no wo bepa wo matches ansa na waso wo stove hwe se from Eja ne ho asode no adum abri biara wo mfandi dwuma biara nkratoyi efri National Petroleum Authority aswe
Abra yeguswa din kabom ekwetia COVID-19 yi. Ecobank ema wa kwanya hodwa. Wode betina fie. Abo ho ban na watumi du sikasem ahyewa wonsem. Fa Ecobank mobile didra bebia ne abrebia. Se wo Ecobank account ana wonibie. For text message ana email so forma ne sika. To credit, tia wo bills. Abra wuti fie edwodwo ho. Se ye sika puduo na oni ye didra. Fa ye internet banking no so. Ecobank QR code ma okwan ma ofa abefu sikatua kwan so. Etua ne ma no dwumadi Waka wonfa sika potin entua twe Ecobank mobile eneya wo Google Play Store, App Store, ana yen Facebook page, ana bo star 770 hash e wo phone bia so na chance didwa. Ecobank dwene ho kai sa obema kwan ada oni afoforo ntem eya ata hohoro wonsa e na afei emfa wonsa nkeke wanim wohia moa bia frɛ Ecobank contact center e wo 3225 da bia eni abrebia wontua hwe tena fie na bo ho ban. Ecobank, the Pan-African Bank.
Voters Register 2020.
Ego Ghana Mama. Afi 1992 constitution no ma obi a wadi 18 years ekro na adwene da ho kwan ema otumi to aba samra kroya ma electoral commission to me se bre omu no oye voter register for fraud che dada no anemu kra na aboa me anya abato emu da ho na asisie nimu na atumi ato aba asomdwe mu obi baby sase na ebeye den ena di
Asempa FM
ebra covid-19 ya di abesinsan yekomu emo ho kra Yisi behwe se obi a obetwe ne din no obedi abanhye ya eboa abo bibiara ho ban no so ti se face mask hye temperature check ensa hohoro yetiti yentem na hand sanitizing abo registration center bia voters register for frye beye ebema Ghana ni bia otimi to aba ho kwan ama ne din akọ register no mu ye to so bie no bema yetimi de hye pa egua kwa mu sanye beboa ama abatoa mu beda ho fan miensa emma kwan emu obi nto aba wo bi din mu ebesan so asi woni a woto aba ma ebro ba ko no ho kwan ne krakra no ebeboa me ato aba emuda ho ewa asomdwe mu se wo kotwe wudin a for passport ana wo Ghana card ko registration center ho se woni adanse die nkrata mu bia ni pamienu a wadi ka twe wondin dada no obetimi agiram edi adanse ama wo na se wotimi twe wudin a wo so betimi edi adanse ama ni pedu 10 ya woji wondi se wo fata so wotimi twe wondin ye shedi ntwe na se 30th June ya ni awie 6 August ye be hyasia no panonson kosi anwumre no nsia da bia ma waso na ho no watim report ya yisi team no bedro registration center no watimi akotwe wudin na mfa wo ho sabe ye nuan ma wadidam empanyimfo anyone a wonhye da ne ahoden no yisi ayahyehyeye se mbotimi akotwe mudin wa ahotom e wo district electoral office bia hwere wudin na wato aba wabato eyew power Yisi say voters register 2020 waho bambo eye na sedie
Voters Register 2020.
Abra Yeguswa din kabom ekwentia COVID-19 yi. Ekoba ema wa kwanya hodwa. Wode betina fie. Abo ho ban na watumi du sikasem ahyewa wonsem. Fa EcoBank Mobile didra bebia ne abrebia. Se wo EcoBank account ana woni bie. For text message ana email so for money sika. To credit, to our bills.
Asempa FM.
Say sika pudo na oni endi didra. For your internet banking no so. EcoBank QR code ma okwan ma ofa abefu siketua kwan so. Etua niema no dwumadi Woodwalker, one for Sikapotin, Entia, Chi EcoBank Mobile, and Neya will Google Play Store, App Store, and I am Facebook page, and now star 770 hash, and will phone Biaso, Nasha see Didra, EcoBank, General Ho, Kaisa Obama Quine, Adaunia for frontem, Eata Horo and Sa, and Afi, and phone San Kikoenim, we hear Mwebia, Fre EcoBank Contact Center, or 3225, Debia, and Yabrebia, Wuntiashi, Tnefina Bo Hobine, EcoBank, the Pan African Bank.
Esan se malaria parasite we moja no mutumi dane dan ne hunti MVP no emanu ye den se edura ne seka eku malaria moa no abrofo fra no active ingredient no eye ba kupo ne wo no so ebetumi atu malaria moa no ase afu moja no enu nti ehia madura ne seka wo mu no ye mienu na atumi akọ malaria yare sentina F-pack for aye grufu fra ye fra no Lizatel kura active ingredient mienu na enunti malaria parasite no entumi nkuntia no Lizatel kutia malaria yare Lizatel malaria edrofu fra efi ho a wo ye F-pack ho for Lizatel na yi malaria yare no fi ho
Aha afraid if you then you mraya de your ultimate sports station Asempa 94.7 FM if you dey bianumre yes we check on zone for can you me switch here I am prep zone the latest news around the world of sports weekend games no in-depth preview ni analysis na yama wo hot betting odds for the weekend anu ni sika kukuno
I love it to come.
Money love. Show ni prep zone. Every day 7 to 9:30 p.m. Don't miss the show. Mechen Saudi Takren Wosum. #PrepZone.
Hey, Mira, and Tiakwaya Wuti, Ugodi Nazay.
Oh, 2 weeks ago.
Na Nintinaochi Minupena Agbebe fever draw, what swadi Konkuano.
Agbebe fever, the Belogu to crack and one. Hey, the 2 horn one. Many malaria, any tracker bia. My social walk on. But from Akodia Prepo.
Agbebe fever, so dear, any Akodia Kasiapa. Malaria beer unity, pet, and Dinisungu.
Hey, Madame Wimbran was WW, Yanuan. Hey, Agbebe fever in the Timmy. Nagana House, group being why malaria free. And it's a bit too quiet, Nama Buamo Preco. Before Agbebe fever, I shall bag massacre my Fatadia Meshe.
Na, says a wooden in your chrono. Yaya Yakafi and Sway.
Oh, sir, had your chrome had any pharmacy chemical herbal shops and a Buenrosu Gumkama. A title crown at the Herbal Center. Or was Otium last time. And after 020-8130-790 and a 024-6595-256.
Agbebe fever.
Malaria sin Wardna, Omefisi. A painful, a batter one more menu for, and in Kodawan in Fiadu me everyone come home.
I was say I would a tree dimushi who come and sana waji ayareshe. Send your mind no a tree di ayares sanshi shayetsie.
FD asheshe saa ejedi enkrato imu aja tumuse eye.
Papa driver, man in the heya, me pesemiti Asempa FM. Taxi driver, man in the heya, me pesemiti Asempa FM. Filling station, man in the heya, me pesemiti Asempa FM. Pop spot, man in the heya, me pesemiti Asempa
on Asempa FM.
Quaristers Moson for Qua Master Prior Honey Honey, Namuti Asempa 94.7 FM. They say a prior, Nawajisu, it will be a fee.
Ekosi saying na high Asempa 94.7 FM. Ya demunyi na asema train ya mayako aba. The Honorable Deputy Minister of Defense, MP for the Bimbila constituency at Nasi Yenche, Yebeko ne Hama na kwa aba near the Yenkomono Ashesheso na Mr. Deputy. Hey, Honorable Nitiwo, deputy. Hey, the Minister of Defense, Dominic Nitiwo. No, Honorable, way too much. Enti meba na mabema na kwaba sisi ya na yetumi atwaso. Mabeka yensa ewo studio ha. Okay. Enti EcoBank, the 10 Ghana Challenge. Be a citizen. Join EcoBank in the 10 Ghana Challenge by donating at least 10 Ghana cedis towards the completion of Ghana's first infectious disease center to fight COVID-19 and all future pandemics. And the NA and I know back the home como ewa hana be brina pe kwan omo so befa so etimi contribute and the EcoBank ama neoma a simple amount baby awo biara in our country and around the world. Also contributed to sa fantastic initiative now. Our Ghana for private sector players be a boom. Say omu see an infectious disease center. Ewon kran ha e de ama yemai Ghana. EcoBank e de won toma abo one day ano. In the EcoBank says how person donate here. Just dial *725# *725# on any mobile money wallet and follow the prompts using the tail number 326-825-70. Messiah's tail number needs to be 326-825-70. EcoBank mobile users can simply donate using the Bailer option under donations. For further clarification, please call EcoBank 24 hours toll free on the short code 3225. EcoBank cares. Remember to observe all the social distancing protocols. Nanyoma Enkoye Emamo Ghana COVID-19 Private Sector Fund, in this together, surviving together. #stay safe. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. Prostate 60 no se wunya bi ennomo ya. Message say obepe bi akiri akwan. We the 40 years and above. Na we hu sa symptoms we our system name body mu frequent urination o jonso to especially anajo or pain in your lower back area. Or discomfort or pain during urination. Burning sensation be obi also the bianu feeling say your bladder no is not completely emptied into oba jones or better still as a jones only be a womb bomoden na ma wonsa enka prostate 60, a 100% natural herbal drug formulated and produced from pure herbal extract in the PB na eto enom oba Ghana ha FDA agiatum pharmacy shops, counter over the counter medicine shops and a herbal shops in ebi ewo ho FDA the one sa shase o your pain for menum bi o ma obenu for menum bi o ya kwala uni 12 years ame pacho menum bi o pedodo to a Phytotech Limited and a eton 024649 0 0116 now no any enkomo sound so na ene mu a utumu se waye kese opese wo so ete ba wo pe natural slimming medicine anom a citrolex mixture and capsules every month ubetimi lose between 6 to 10 kilograms every month 6 to 10 kilograms so wonom Citrolex mixture and capsules is still your number one natural slimming medicine. And your Malarigo mixture, and also you're made up of specially blend herbs to treat malaria fever in just 7 days. 7 days treatment into one Malarigo mixture.
On Asempa
But know that against malaria, there is indeed no challenger. Your clinic with well-trained doctors, if you KNUST and a year Juma ho, say a really brain, running lab and a scan services, fibroid ne hawa. Oba tenete or fertility problems and e-consultation on WhatsApp and delivery services and so 0275 142 456 0275 142 456. Clinic no North Kanishi behind Amankwa Block Factory here in Accra. Kumasi so close to Lizzie Hotel Honey or Mama Royal Chocolate Wunya Nibia Bomode ne copy bito or Mama Royal Chocolate Ghana Hair Premium Cocoa and a Ekoye Brutal Menka and Adao na and or Mama Royal Chocolate no Yasuya ye ewo Pavilion Kill ewo Ghana Trade Fair Center okwa the ope flavors are ope all the various varieties no benya ni nyina bi etumi ato 0501 322 584 0501 322 584 Mama chocolateghana.com and any website or mama chocolateghana.com and eat or mama chocolate and become or mama or mobile juma brutal
on
Belmont so wunya bi no more da bomade so be pibianom Belmont so wunya a bottle of Belmont original Belmont choco and a Belmont coffee amount that nutritious cold feel of delicious malt running down your throat, and it's just enough to refresh you. Bell malt contains vitamins of the B group like niacin, very useful for your body. NA pay all the flavors. Bell malt original, Bell malt choco, Bell malt coffee. Penyinom and kwalanum unya bigufia e boy juma papa 0544 335 800. Bell beverages number enono 0544 335 800. Bell malt or see it just the pap omoboy juma men Canada. Or your Consolidated Bank of Ghana customer and so on. And you say ubetimat nefi your banking transactions in every fee. Just pick your phone and dial star 924 hash. Star 924 hash and get the with it. Just follow the prompt. The officer will be check your account balance, transfer monies from your account, pay your bills, and do all of that. Ubetimiya just by dialing star 924 hash. And then bingo, you are good to go. Can I say your ATMs in Yansu Yejuma, all our electronic platforms, Edaso Yejuma, your branches names will be so will be your power, your branch, your dedicated staff on the show, a show, kama. 0302 216 000 0302 216 000. Just dial again, a star 924 hash and follow the prompt. CBG, or say we stand with you. Mestre se tiewe me ba ye ma ono abla kwaba na ya hwa to aso.
Manindaya me pesemiti Asempa Manindaya me pesemiti Asempa Manindaya me pesemiti Asempa Manindaya me pesemiti Asempa
Asempa FM so ne yakosi san dwumadi ne waso guso a otie ne da mu nyina asese matwen yen ama yakọ abasa de kan hye mobo and yene Defense Minister of the Republic of Ghana, Member of Parliament for the Bimbilla constituency, Ebedi Enkomo, and it's probably the most sought after interview and because of issues abobaba over the weekend on Ghana social media. And some people now call so far military deployment into some border towns in our country. Focus no the Volta region of Ghana. In the Enyanui, Yebebu Sanders Ansemino Enyanara, and Soma, two former presidents issue statement, one from Jerry John Rawlings and the second one from John Dramani Mahama. Nina your question say beto Ediama Defense Minister. Na fei washe amai anu eyi. Nti yen same Rebecca Akwaba Akwaba na ya hwa so. Honorable Dominic Nitiwo Akwaba.
Mina medasi michia Ghana for nyina, michia oti for nyina, and ye de ye go so ye juma or Defense Ministry. And so far very good. Over the last 4 years, you say you say Ghana for nyina, they should be safe. And so far, you feel say, and we will continue to do that as long as God gives us life.
And to get our men in uniform motivated, no, specifically, Nioma Bensa and Mudia Guakwemama in the last 4 years.
Oh, yeah, Bibri Amomo. We did some promises, or we made some promises, and we've been delivering on them. Of course, there's nobody who is perfect. There are one or two per se. For example, we hadn't promised them the forward operating base. A forward operating base, no, maybe I saw you forward takrade, and we want them to move a little to a particular place, like around in Zelibu. That's what we have done. We've decided to move them to the extreme end of Western region and set up a base for them, especially the Navy. Our oil assets, no, free takra the echo drew by ship, no, 4 to 5 hours. Baby, yes, sa base, no. Okay, say last President Kokati sort, and baby, yes, sa base, no. It's costing the people of Ghana over $1 billion Ghana cedi. Over $1 billion Ghana cedi. Baby, yes, our base, no. It will take them just 30 minutes, between 25 to 30 minutes, instead of the 4 to 5 hours, to be able to protect our oil resources and all the things are here. Very soon, you'll be called up north to put more bases or some selected areas that will help us protect maybe our borders. Our borders with Togo, Burkina. Soldiers will stay in Bole because it establishes our post in Hamili and the borders. To say Saboba and then Boku area establishes those and the government has released that money for that purpose. Yeah, more 125 vehicles, different assorted vehicles for the first time. For the Land Cruisers, pickups, armored vehicles, armored vehicles, autocar armored vehicles, for them to be able to do their job. What is even more important is even their motivation in terms of their salaries. No, and so to even top it up, we invested over 600 million Ghana cedi in accommodation facilities in Tioko Tamale, Bemakam. If you go to all the bases, we are going to build accommodation facilities for them. Some we are renovating, some we are building. You change the military academy and training schools. You call horses here, you can take your cameras to the place, go and see new buildings. You're changing school, no, because we want them our officers to get quality education. Maybe school, no, we don't want round down and dilapidated structures. Until you're changing the face of the whole school, because the officers are the thinking caps of the armed forces. Until you say, where do we be able to learn properly? After that, you're called training schools. Army training school, Navy training school, Air Force training school. For Navy, we've started building more structures for the Navy training school. After that, we'll do Army and we'll do Air Force. Air Force also, but all in all, the amount of investments are government way here in the armed forces is unprecedented. And I've challenged any government to come out and say they've done better than us. There's no government.
There's no government. And you are sure about that?
I am 100% sure about it. Figure by figure, no government. In the first 3 years of his term, Ache and Akufo-Addo, no government. And I've always told them, me challenging Mahama's government, I've challenged all the governments. So far, figure by figure, amount of money, good armed forces we have put in the armed forces over the last 3 years. No government.
I don't know the parameters. Share salary adjustment. Share accommodation. Share ammunition. And that's share them.
Share salary adjustments to the person himself. Share UMP scheme force to the person himself. Share accommodation to the person. I mean, for accommodation, share hardware. They say armored vehicles, buses, pickups, motorbikes, bibia, roads, and other things. That's why I say the first 3 years of every government, what we have done, no government.
In terms of the accommodation, it be for junior officers as senior officers.
Most of them, say your officers need soldiers. Most for soldiers. Of course, there are some for the officers, but most areas for soldiers and kasa. Okwatamale say it's mostly for the soldiers and some for the officers as well. And not just for only officers, for the soldiers.
The biggest story over the weekend in the Armed Forces Hong Kong has been military deployment. Yenimse somewhere around 22nd or somewhere in March. And our Mampini announced the closure of our land, air, and sea borders. And we know say our borders, especially land borders, remain shut. After that announcement, more deployment be to our border post.
We did do so many things to make the country even safer. There were joint task force deployments. Police for most of times try to aid the police or assist the civil police in trying to bring peace and sanity into the country. I saw your forward close to 23 different operations. Operation Gongong, Operation Ahunjo, Operation Sit Down and Look, Operation Conquer Face, Operation Vanguard, Bibri, Operation Halt 1, Operation Halt 2. I saw your forward base 23 different type of operations across the country. So it has been going on completely. But over the last year in February, precisely February 21st, President Amaya deployed into the northern part of Ghana under Operation Conquered Fist. What was the purpose? Your intelligence said terrorists will come into the country. Into a year, deployment to ensure that our country remains safe. And under that deployment, we had the Joint Task Force headquarters. Now there were 3 officers and 2 men. In Boagatanga, there were 1 officer and 14 men. In Boku, now there were 2 officers and 176 men that we deployed in Boku.
That's for the counter-terrorism.
Yes, one operation. You're final Operation Conquer Fist. Okay, but we didn't come around to be announcing. For soldiers, you allow them to do the work. Their work will tell. And yet, say announcing, and then every day you are making noise about it. Ultimately, you'll be judged by how safe your people are. And yet, the sort of media Ferrari you create, it is how safe your people are. That is for Upper East. Tumu, which is Upper West, we deployed one officer, 35 men. Hamili, 2 officers, 15 men. Wa, 1 officer, 13 men. Chirponi, 1 officer, 63 men. That's 63 soldiers. Saboba, 1 officer, 22 soldiers. Tatale, it was only police. No officer, 11 men, police. All these I've mentioned, police were also deployed as well. Bole, now you were no officer, 12 soldiers. But Sola, Zibila, Paga, Pusika, Bunkrugu, Golu, Lora, Dorimon, Wichao, Nadoli, Lukala, all these were police for Koho. That is for Operation Conquer Fist, anti-terrorism.
At the time, you shut borders down. You inclusive borders.
That was 21st February 2019.
Okay.
Last year.
Last year.
Then on 30th of March to the 20th of April, we further deployed more soldiers during the lockdown period.
During the lockdown period.
Lockdown period. Because during the lockdown period, you won't say, even though the borders were closed, people decided to come into the country. Over the lockdown period alone, Mukai say, Minister for Interior, who announced, say over 5,000 people were arrested by the immigration people. It is those they could arrest. Can you imagine those they couldn't arrest? Some were arrested in Ghana, some were arrested at the crossing. Over 5,000. We decided to assist immigration by deploying more soldiers on the 30th of March and then up to the 20th of April. A few weeks this year, 2020. Then the lockdown period ended. Yeah, during the lockdown period, we observed something. Say crime rate was very, very low.
Now in the lockdown period, so we share number of soldiers and we deploy across the country. Now
we deployed over 100 soldiers to assist immigration within the lockdown period, all across the borders. Not last week, the Wednesday, 2 Wednesdays ago, National Security Council meeting, and we decided, say, no, let's enhance CAM Life. CAM Life is this anti-armed robbery in the night type of operation. I saw your phone police for Umuye. So we decided to enhance it. So you will realize that if Sao Accra, Kumasi, Tamale, and the regional capitals, you are going to see more soldiers and police. Especially in the evenings. Then we pick up intelligence, say across the entire borders, more people are going to come inside. And people started streaming inside. Immigration started arresting even more people once the lockdown was over. Foreigners.
Even when our borders remained closed.
So, if you go to Chebe, you will see people from Guinea. All these people got into the country during the lockdown period. So we decided that no, our borders are shut and closed. So say your corona, the thing is going up. Our neighbors are not testing. They are testing, but the testing is very, very low. All our 3 neighbors, the testing capacity is very low. We have used our resources in testing and testing and testing. We should not allow people to cross into our country and create problems for us. So we decided, say, we should get the military to assist the Minister of Interior to keep our borders shut and don't allow anybody
to come in.
We send more police, we send more immigration, and we send more soldiers.
And this decision was taken 2 Wednesdays ago.
2 Wednesdays.
After some National Security Council meeting, say you would want to beef up and support the Ministry of Interior to maintain borders now. Yes. So the people now in Ghana, border towns saying here.
But the number of border towns there also. You were about 53 approved routes.
Okay.
But the unapproved routes, those that we have recognized are more than 200.
Across the country, 250.
Over 250. Those that we have recognized, they are unapproved. But there are some we have not even recognized. And there are more than 500.
Wow.
What you say? Yeah. That there are little paths. There are more than 500 unapproved routes. Into immigration their numbers are small. They don't have the weapons, and it's sometimes very difficult. We decided that we will at least support them in manning some of the recognized unapproved routes across the whole country.
This deployment to beef up and support the immigration, the military were going to police the unapproved routes.
They were going to say nobody comes in, nobody goes out. The borders remain shut. That's why OTA Minister of Interior was see, and which is the truth, that most of the people who were always coming to the country was the eastern border, particularly even the northern side. Just read region by region, the numbers are here deployed. Upper East, we deployed in 8 towns, 8 crossing towns, 8 borders, crossing towns. 8 officers and 199 men.
Across the 8 towns. No?
8 towns.
199 soldiers and 8 officers. Upper East region.
Upper East Nkwa. Son Fusi. Son your friend baby friend Krumbi Son Fusi. You the 1 officer and 20 men at the call. Uri Yonga 1 officer, 20 men. Congo, 1 officer, 20 men. Pulmakrum, 1 officer, 20 men. Garu, no officer, 12 men. Boku, 1 officer, 45 men.
In Boku alone.
Boku alone. Bolga, 2 officers, 45 men. Paga, 1 officer, 17 men. Inti Usha Upper Easter, 8 officers, 199 men. Upper East Nkwa. Now, the next town, if you are descending downwards, is Northeast. Northeast, you the 3 officers, new region, Northeast, no. You the 3 officers and 99 men. That we have deployed there. 3 officers, 99 men. Yogu, Ewa Chirponi area. Yogu, Ewa it's a border town around Chirponi area. 1 officer, 20 men. Ewa. Nambiri, Ewa Chirponi, Ewa Saboba district. The Nambiri people are concombers and chakoses. Yegu ye concombers and chakoses. 1 soldier, 20 men. Northeast, a Bimobes, no officer, 15 men. Triponi, a Chakoses and Concombes, 1 officer, 44 men. Inti a 3 officers, 99 men. Upper East, 8 officers, 199 men. Northeast region, 3 officers, 99 men. Minko Northern region. There are 5 towns, 5 crossing points are yet deployed as well for. Palapa, 1 officer, 20 men. Sheni, a basari for ni concomba for. Palapa, a concomba for ni some ever fishermen. Into basically concombers. Sheni, 1 officer, 20 men. Napali, 1 officer, 20 men. Saboba, concombers, 1 officer, 23 men. Tatale, concombers, and Basare, 1 officer, 22 men. So essentially, another region, a concomber for a crew now they deployed. I am a concomber. Northeast, basically concombers and chakoses. I'm a concomber. So I hate my people as well. So northern region is 5 officers, 105 men. Okay, let me repeat. Upper East, 8 officers, 199 men. Northeast, 3 officers, 99 men. Northern region, 5 officers, 105 men. Oti region, that's the next region if you are coming downwards to the south. Oti, 6 crossing areas. What are the numbers? 2 officers, 70 men. Oti, 2 officers, 70 men. Tinjasi, Konkomba 4, 1 officer, 15 men. Nabu, Konkomba 4, 0, no officer, 10 men. Minusu, Akan, 1 officer, 15 men. Ahumasu pillar 83. Your friend Ahumasu pillar 83. No officer, 10 men. Akan. Q, they call it Q. No officer, 10 men. Akan. Dadiesi, Akan. No officer, 10 men. Into 2 officers, 70 men.
For region.
Oti region. 2 officers, 70 men. Then you come to Volta region, which is the last regional, eastern side of Ghana. You have 8 crossing areas. What is the total?
For Volta region.
Volta region. So Volta region is 3 officers, 95 men. But remember, say, Upper East is 8 officers, 199, double the number in Volta region. Northeast, much smaller, is 3 officers, 99 men, much smaller than Volta region, but there are 3 officers, 99 men. So we'll call Northern regional, 5 officers, 10 men, 105 men, bigger than Volta region. So Northeast is bigger than Volta region. Northern region is bigger than Volta region in terms of the people we have sent. Upper East is double the number of soldiers we have sent to Volta region. Into Volta region, 8 places, 3 officers, 95 men. Aflao, of all the places are they're just 1 officer, 15 men.
15.
15
for
Aflao. 1 officer, 15 men. No officer, 10 men. Shia, no officer, 10 men. Nyuvi, 1 officer, 15 men. Afigame, 1 officer, 15 men. And Likpe, Baglo, no officer, 10 men. Oka Northern Regional, 5 officers, 5 men. Oka Upper Isa, 8 officers, 199 men. That is the eastern border.
Okay, that's the eastern border. Free Altar, Top. But the question then
Upper West.
Okay.
At the top, you were Boku, you were Paga. I've already mentioned Paga. Until you were Wa, Tumu, and Hamili. That is the top. Yeni Burkina. Wa, 1 soldier, 1 officer, 15 men. That's the regional capital. Okay. Tumu, a border town. 1 officer, 35 men.
For
Tumu. Rukai say Aflao is just 1 officer, 15 men. Tumu is 1 officer, 35 men. For Upper West, we deployed in 3 areas, 4 officers, 65 men. Savannah, but the western side. Savannah, Damango, you were 21 men, no officer. Then let me go. Bono region, Asempa, you were 8 soldiers. Gonokrom, 4 soldiers. Nkrankwanta, 4 soldiers. Kofi Badu, 4 soldiers. The total operation Kwanka fees are 44 soldiers.
For Bono region.
Bono region. Okay. The western region, Elubu, 1 officer, 7 men. Okay. Half Asini, no officer, 6 men. 13 and then 1. That's western region. So that's the entire country.
The entire country. And what this means, before SAR deployment, which decision was taken 2 Wednesdays ago. Yes. Now all these areas, soldier for they had military.
So if he sent 15 soldiers to Aflao, it's not a new thing to the people of Aflao.
But the other thing, Honorable NSA, Muteki decision to beef up in terms of deployment 2 Wednesdays ago. Why say immediately after the Supreme Court ruling, the men moving on the ground?
No, it's not about the Supreme Court ruling. The men have been moving on the ground long before the Supreme Court ruling. Lockdown was 30th of March and then the 20th of April 2020. And the last batch moved on the 18th and 19th of June.
18th and 19th of June.
Yes.
And numbers how they move. In Aflao, for instance, 15 additional soldiers, echo on the 18th and 19th of June.
That's when they all move. What we call lockdown calm life. When we have the enhanced calm life, it is 18th and 19th of June that we issued the movement order
for them to move. And Omu sole responsibility is to secure
the immigration, which has a responsibility for border control, to secure our borders. Full stop.
That's all there is to it.
They have not been asked to go to any polling station, secure our borders. And no. There is no any other thing. Except say the Regional Security Council decides that, oh, there's armed robbery here, come and aid us. Obviously, if the local people think, say, oh, so there's an armed robbery, so it's cannot fold their hands. So I would encourage the local people to work with them.
Because Ochina, for example, Electoral Commission CIA voter registration exercise. You say across the border into Ofaflao, for example, just across the border, you enter Togo. Ghana for only be enso who are Ghanaians, be a full Ghanaians, be a business, be on Wakoka, or be so a dual citizen.
Meaning our borders are shut.
Okay.
And we have put COVID regulations, say, Uber Ghana, whether you're Togo, wherever. So, you're Ghana, and Uber Togo from Togo. You come regularly, report yourself to the authorities, quarantine yourself for 14 days. Then you can be allowed to go out.
Anybody who thinks he or she is Ghanaian, Wakoka Togo and Wakoka Ivory Coast, where do you go to report?
Our borders are closed.
Okay.
It's like asking somebody, I'll walk with and answer America, say, hey, our borders are closed to human movement, except cargo.
Yes.
Say a cargo, that cargo can come, but for human movement, our borders are closed.
But we've seen evacuations from the US. We've seen evacuations.
That's what I'm saying. Say, if there are a number of people in Togo, say one person they will tell the authorities, they will allow them to come in.
And by the authority, you mean the embassy there?
Yes.
And then look at your own cost. Hotels, then it should be at your own cost. And for now, the force, and as a deployment, they are to ensure say the borders remain shut and no human being will cross.
That's it. Nothing else, nothing more. And we did not in Volta region alone. We deployed and the entire country. The entire country. So, the entire country. That's the deployment we did. And your water region.
For less than Ben and from this furor we are generating, say in future, with the benefit of hindsight, mobile deployment, be say you proactively inform the Ghanaian people.
Says furor is needless. Just a simple courtesy call. A simple call from anybody who wishes to get the information. And information it's public knowledge. It's just complete. It's needless. In any case, we share the operations of the Ministry of Defense. We have not been having the habit of releasing maybe our soldiers. In fact, if not because of this furor, I would not have even told you maybe our soldiers are working. They are not there to aid a political party or they are loyal to the government and loyal to the people of Ghana. No. And they're supposed to do work as that. And your political party be another individual, that's not the work of soldiers. Until they have gone to support the Ministry of Interior to ensure say our borders remain shut. So you bear your borders to allow people to come in, and we feel say we are safe from COVID. They say, oh, you are safe from COVID. Our soldiers will pull back. As simple as that.
And leave the standing force.
Our borders are shut. Don't try to bring anybody.
While the soldiers are in these crossing towns, said the are they allowed to move about in town? Say, people see them.
Soldiers do their work by order. And to me, the officers will give them their duty is to ensure that nobody crosses out. And if you ask all the places are soldier for your mujuma, they go to do their work and that's it. It's not their duty to move in town, doing what in town. No. If you see them moving in town, then they are going for a specific maybe somebody is misbehaving somewhere and I say I'm robber, something, some damage or people are fighting and they've asked them to assist. And you don't work but to go around moving around town and do what? It's such a form, yes, sir. They are well behaved, they are disciplined. Until I know, say the soldiers are there to do specific duty to ensure that nobody moves out, nobody moves in. Our country is safe. People who want to rush into the country and bring us diseases, COVID in particular. Look, we cannot joke. So you're your government and we fold our hands and this thing spikes out because people have come into the country. Ghana will blame us.
Yeah.
So we will not allow that to happen. That's the duty of the soldiers. So anybody, doesn't matter who you are, whether you're a former president or anybody who thinks, say, they are there because they want to prevent people from registering, the person has not gotten his briefings right.
I'll come to the statement of the former president, but now me person be Busa, your senior colleague in Parliament, that's the Honourable Katie Hammond, is on record to have said, say, you cannot go through the Supreme Court process, get a ruling, and then allow the borders to be porous for more any Ghana to come in and register, and that's why these deployments now.
Katie Hammond does not have the authority to speak on behalf of the Ministry of Defense, and he doesn't have the authority to speak on behalf of the party. So I just know, say, whatever he said or he did not say, he was speaking on his own behalf, just like any other person, and he will be judged and held accountable for what he has said. He has come out to say he has not said that. So for me, I am speaking on behalf of the Minister of Defense. Kojo Ponkrumah will speak on behalf of government, and Yabwa Sama will speak on behalf of the party. I think, let us focus on these people. If it is true, somebody has made a no-centric statement, I'll condemn it. But as far as I am concerned, we are the official mouthpiece, and we have said, the soldiers are there to make sure, our borders are closed. The intelligence we have is that more people have been coming, and there's evidence to show that people are coming even during the lockdown. The numbers are even getting bigger, and we want to stop it.
But Katie Hammond, with his experience, cannot just speak. Some feel he rather spoke to a clandestine arrangement by government just to ensure, you suppress vote in some of these areas.
Oh, I think I've told you that it is not possible to use soldiers to suppress anybody's vote. You are insane, Aflawo, and you leave your house to go to the polling booth to go and register. Why? The soldiers will come and block you? Soldiers are not coming to the polling stations. Those who are at the polling stations are the electoral commission people, the people who are registering, and the officer who has been assigned to that polling station. And no other person. It doesn't matter whether you are a soldier or anybody. You have no business be there, and the soldiers will not go there. Foreigners are person free and money, whether to go Ivory Coast or Burkina and to come in, that one will block them. That one you will right. If you are thinking of those who want to come in illegally, you know they will block them.
Even if the person is Ghanaian.
Like I said, there is a protocol you follow. If you follow that protocol, nobody has any business with you. So over Ghana, through the legal means, and you spend the 14 days quarantine, you go to your house and do what and register. Nobody is going to stop you. But to think, illegally you can enter into Ghana, the duty of the security forces is to stop you, and they will do that.
By this, you mean Katie Hammond misspoke?
I've told you, Katie Hammond itself, if he really spoke like that, he has no business speaking on behalf of us. I don't know whether you're getting me. He has not been there. There are two conflicting things. He says he didn't say it, and then some people say he said it. I'm saying that if he really said anything that is wrong, I will condemn him.
But you've heard him.
I heard him say.
Did what you hear?
I'm saying some of the things he said were basically wrong, and that one I've already condemned, and I think that he needs to distract those things by saying that some people came in and voted 100,000. It wasn't true. I mean, he didn't get his facts right. Sure, if you look at that particular part, he didn't get his facts right. He talked about the people are not Ghanaians. Meaning the Togolese who are coming in say they are not Ghanaians. That one we all will say is right. But if he really meant anybody say it's a Votarian, then that one will condemn him. I will condemn him. I'll be the first to condemn him. That if he said that, I'm condemning him, I knew that is wrong. Why? During the time your Togo your friends this plebiscite time. The people of Rafao have always been Ghanaians anyway. They were not part of the plebiscite. It's from who upwards to the north, including my people. We came from we were those who voted on the plebiscite. So if you attack somebody who came to vote on plebiscite, then you are attacking the community as well. I know there is wrong. I'll condemn such a thing and condemn me rightly. But I'm saying, I don't believe he was meaning those people. But if he did, I'll condemn him. And I'm happy that he has come to deny, he has never said Evers are not Ghanaians. But if he ever said I will condemn him, I'll be the first to condemn him.
The former president, Jerry John Rawlings, statement, they say the presence of the military and other security agencies in some parts of the Volta and Oti regions is generating animosity, especially amongst innocent citizens whose basic way of life is being disrupted. The deployment along the borders at peacetime, especially at this particular point in time, has created so much suspicion and will call for a lot of intelligent flexibility and diligence. The COVID-19 restrictions have created enough difficulties for most of our citizens. Let us not make it worse with overbearing and intimidating behavior towards our border dwellers, whose livelihoods solely depend on activities along the border. Ahead of the voter registration exercise and the December elections, it is important that we demonstrate a sense of fairness and justice to all individuals and groups of people whilst maintaining the integrity and the sanctity of the process. Kobna Ando Amuakwa, Communications Director, to the former president, I issue statement.
And part of the statement, meaning we were doing passes, so I disagree. We did not deploy soldiers only in Volta and Oti. Okay. We deployed Volta, Oti, Northern, Savannah, West, Upper East, Bono, Western. We deploy soldiers across the whole country, and their purpose is to ensure that people do not break one. The fact say, you see, our borders are closed. It's COVID time. We have to save the people of Ghana, and so our soldiers are there to do that kind of thing. Our soldiers are not there to do any other duty. So I would advise people not to cross to Togo, and Togolese not to cross to Ghana. I would advise Burkinabes not to cross into Ghana. Neither will I advise Ghanaians not to try to cross into Burkina. I would advise Ghanaians not to cross into Ivory Coast, because we have deployed across the entire country to protect Ghanaians. Our numbers are going up. We don't want more problems. The country is closed, and we've realized the people are struggling to cross. So we've decided to beef the numbers up with soldiers and police, and yes, soldiers and police, to ensure the immigration can do their work effectively. They are the lead agency, and soldiers will back them. A soldier four are there to support them. So that's why I say we didn't deploy only for two specific regions. Maybe his intelligence was that we deployed for just two regions. That's
not true. But these are two former presidents, knowing what a former president, the aura they carry, the information at their disposal. Because, for example, former President John Dramani Mahama's statement now. Also, reports have filtered in of a massive deployment of military and other security personnel in the Volta, Oti, Upper East and Upper West regions. The unexplained security deployment to these border regions have clearly been timed to coincide with the commencement of the voter registration exercise across the country. These deployments have begun to create panic and anxiety among residents of the various regions, who have been left in no doubt that it has been done as part of a larger strategy to intimidate them into abstaining from the registration exercise starting next Tuesday. I have sufficient reason to believe that there is merit in the concerns raised by the residents of these regions. This represents another unprecedented low in the shameless abuse of state power to attack the very citizens whose safety and security the Akufo-Addo government should be protecting. It is becoming evident by the day that the Akufo-Addo government perceives political power as an end in itself, hence the resort to such crude and high-handed measures to usurp the mandate of the people, to send troops into regions in times of peace for the sole purpose of preventing them from registration amount to declaring war on them. Any president sanctioning this sort of activity stands in breach of his oath to the people of Ghana. Any president doing this commits a grave sin against the very people he swore to. And these are very, very strong words from the former president. And based on information of Wono, he's right to make these comments.
I think he's definitely not right to make those comments. He was just the immediate past commander-in-chief of the Republic of the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces of the Republic of Ghana. He should know better than anybody that the Ghana Armed Forces cannot be manipulated to do the things he's accusing them of doing. He should better know. He knows better than anybody, because he was the commander-in-chief for 4 good years. Until him said, armed forces of Ghana cannot be manipulated by anybody, including a sitting president, to do the sort of things he wants them to go. To go and surprise people to not register? You are accusing your armed forces of doing that? Of agreeing to go and do that? I'm appalled. In any case, the former president knows very well, or he should know very well, say, since February 21st, 2019, a year and a half ago, we have deployed troops in Boga, in Boku, in Tumu, in Hamili, and yes, just soldiers alone. Soldiers, police, and immigration, we've deployed them in Boga, in Boku, in Tumu, in Hamili, in Wa, in Chirponi, in Saboba, in Tatale, in Bole, in Sola, in Zibila, in Paga, in Pusga, in Bunkrugu, in Golu, in Lora, in Domrimon, in Wachao, Nadoli, and Lukula. We have deployed both soldiers and police in these towns. Most of them were police, but soldiers, you deployed because Bole soldiers were there, Saboba soldiers were there, Chirpone soldiers were there, Wa soldiers were there, Tumu soldiers were there, Hamili soldiers were there, Boku soldiers were there, Boragatanga soldiers were there. You deploy soldiers in all these areas. Why would the former president suddenly say it's just now that we are deploying soldiers in all these areas?
Also, more time for it to coincide with the registration. But just to intimidate.
I've given you the dates. 21st February 2019, 30th of March 2020, and the last one is 18th of June. Is the prophet promise saying, all these towns that I've mentioned, Boku, Boga, Tumu, Hamili, Wa, Chirpone, Saboba, Bole, where we deployed soldiers. And then for police, we deployed them in Lukalu, Nadoli, Wachao, Mormon, Lora, Gulu, Bunkrugu, Pusika, Paga, Zibila, Sola, Bole, Saboba, Chirpone, Wa, Hamili, Tumu. When we deployed them a year and a half ago, and they have been there up to now. We spend every month on them more than 1 million Ghana cedi. Yes.
On keeping the forces there.
Since the president promises, as he moves around the country, or his intelligence people around the country, they don't tell him that these people have been deployed 1.5 years ago. And he's now accusing us that we have deployed massive soldiers. We deployed the soldiers a year and a half ago, 12 officers, 372 men. A year and a half ago, they have been there. And for police, 4 police officers and 265 men, they have been there. Ghana Immigration Service, 172 men. And GRA, 70 men. They have always been there for 1.5 years. Soldiers, 372, police 172, police 265 plus 4 officers, and Ghana Immigration GRA 70. So for soldiers, 12 officers, 372. For police, 4 officers, 265. For GIS, 72 of the immigration officers, and then for GRA, 70. Since a year and a half ago, we have been keeping these people at the borders.
And in 18th, 20th,
18th and 20th, we beef them up. No, 30th and then 30th of March and 20th of April, we beef them up. And the 18th and 19th, we further beef them up. So I'm very disappointed in the former president to allude, say we have just deployed them just recently. He obviously got his facts wrong. He got his intelligence wrong. And I think he should withdraw this at least these portions of the statement. He should withdraw it. Those were wrong. He didn't get his facts.
He even calls on the president, say, put an immediate end to this needless siege and live up to your oath of office, which binds you to treat all Ghanaians equally and ensure their safety and security. And our warning and so Ediama, the men in uniform, Say, to the men and women of Ghana Armed Forces who have been deployed for this exercise, remember that your fidelity is to the state of Ghana and not a political party. The people you encounter are the very people under whose authority you wear your respected uniforms. The politicians who send you to intimidate fellow citizens will not be there always, but your commitment to the sanctity of the state of Ghana is eternal. I urge you, therefore, not to become the tool by which the rights of innocent Ghanaians are abused. And he says, bear in mind that there is always a day of accountability, and that any abuse you subject your fellow citizens to will be subject to scrutiny in the near future.
So when Mahama deployed troops to Bimbila, when there was a problem there. When he deployed troops to Yendi, when there was a problem there. He deployed troops to Boko, when there was a problem there. When he deployed troops to Wa area, when he deployed troops to even Bole, when there was a problem in that area. Was Mahama sending the troops to go and intimidate people? Is that what he was saying? When he was commander-in-chief and then he deployed troops across the country for reasons that they felt at that time, say it was necessary to deploy troops, were they sending them to go and intimidate people? I think he got his facts wrong, completely wrong. We deployed the first wave of troops a year and a half ago. 3 months ago, we deployed another set of troops. And about 3-4 weeks ago, we deployed the last set of troops.
Will you withdraw them? Said the author.
I think that if we withdraw troops today, we are not living up to our expectation as a government. Because he obviously is set his own questions and he's trying to answer. Said maybe because of registration, that's why we deploy them. But unfortunately, that's not it. That's why I said that he's a former president. He should have just at least sought the information before doing what he did. But he got his facts wrong. We deployed them to ensure that people do not abuse the order of the state, which is that our borders are closed. And we do not deploy them to only areas that he thought we have. They don't even know we deployed them to Western region. We deployed them to Bono region. We deployed them Upper East, Upper West, Northern region, Northeast, Savannah. We deployed them to all the regions. He should go to Bole, that's where he comes from, and find out whether soldiers have been deployed there or not. They have been deployed there. So I just think that it will help him if next time he finds out what the real facts are on the ground and he can speak to them. But he obviously got his facts wrong. And I think we should rather be withdrawing this statement, this harsh words he used.
I also withdraws our statement.
I think so.
But I also the warning to the men in uniform say the day of accountability will come.
It is very I think it's very unfortunate. Completely needless and unfortunate. Especially the fact that he was a former commander-in-chief. It's completely needless. It's very unfortunate. And I wish he never said such things.
Honorable Dominic Nituo, ma yemfa NC na fe nya kwan kotoa wadwuma so. Ye da papa for your time.
Me that's it. And may God bless you all.
Okay. And to that, the Defense Minister of the Republic of Ghana, Dominic Nitiwol, or MP for the Bimbila constituency, and Matesi Aneno AD and Komo. The conversation will continue into Yebedani Yahu Abba Yaba, the discussion segment, no, at Wamusi saying Sunni, Ewa Asempa 94.7 FM. Asempa FM so ne yakosi san dwumadi ne wasoguso a otie da mu nyina asese matwen yen ama yakọ abasa de kan hye mobo no ene ye ne Defense Minister of the Republic of Ghana, Member of Parliament for the Bimbila constituency.
Eda mutirinko yeti dase okuani biada eso na be mu amamu no na me so me de ne metumi edu sam pempenso we se wote se meka yara beta crop lift bow ai eya foliar fertilizer e what nutrients et say NPK e bi zinc ne boronum ya ebuama enobaye su yi
we betimi di Yara Vita egugu crops ahodo te say tomatoes meko mango ekutu oni cereals so
me wife kura ni mu ya simple Yara Vita wo hu na enye ya we betimi di afra agrochemical foforo e dia boss spray age herbicides any weedicides pe enenka ho wo Yara Vita say be ya fertilizer no kura betimi awura leaves anasa haba no nyina mu amobia ayi na dwuma yi na menye bia to he we benya Yara Vita crop lift bow e wo accredited dealers or Ghana for Nanyina. Dodo Afre Yara Ghana 0302 779 854.
Don't call me, don't call me. Don't call me, don't call me let, don't call me wah.
Franco Trading Enterprise at the up to 30% cool discount deal. And Emma war depending on what you buy.
Phones, accessories, tablets, flat screen, TV, laptops, and all printers. Now Franco Trading Enterprise is sorted out.
And when you download the Franco app, Google Play Store, you place the order near my good discount. Cool job.
And your papa you know pebia. When Franco branches in Yanda, Brownie Mobi, your bien new branches, UTC roundabout or our Despa building at Chihuahua, La Paz, near New Boy Junction, opposite Prudential Bank, a one new branch on them. After circle or don't rise your opposite EcoBank branch, and also Oxford Street. Tama, waterworks, and one of my Franco,
Ebisu Madina, Hacho, Kuforidria, Ho, and Kaswa, and our friend 0302 225651 and a 0546 133188.
Franco Trading Enterprise, sell from Papa Fee, and you're not going.
Ekusi saying on Asempa FM.
Wajumwe huse eni paboni uwiasi mudie. She, edye nebeye yase, zani paboni fui, ibeti na yewuma anase webusi yafo bibi.
Nti ne ho hia se wode Trelidor burglar proof for doors and windows ebebo woni webusu ya ho ban. Eye Trelidor burglar proof in ene bomini mebusu ya ho ban efia kromfo nsem. For Trelidor se ya, e was 0561 24 24 24. Anase, wope payment planner for 030 281 7642. Trelidor, Africa's strongest burglar proofing.
Yara Ghana, ne famu shachirana. Sembeti mi atwa mi ametrata. Enem sika me nye free me harvest muafi inti. Yara beta. No. Mira. Yes or no? Afe na yebe yesika for pa. Yesika via. Eda mutiri nko. Yeti dasi. Okuani biada eso na abe muamamu no. Na me so me de ni metumi edu sam pempenso we. Se wote se meka Yara beta crop lift bow. Ai. Aya foliar fertilizer. Fertilizer. Ewo nutrients. Ete se NPK, ebi zinc ne boron. Ya ebuama enobaye suyi.
Wubet the Yara Vita egugu crops ahodo te se tomatoes, meko, mango, ekutu ni cereals so.
Me wife kura ni mu. Ya simple. Yara Vita. Wo huna enye ya. Wubet me the afra agrochemical foforo e the boss spray. Age herbicides. Any bidi sase pe enenka ho. Wo Yara Vita. Se de be ya fertilizer no kura betimi awura leaves anasa haba no nyina mu amobia ayi na dwuma yie. Na menye bia to he. Wubenya Yara Vita crop lift bow. Ewo accredited dealers. Ghana for Nanyina. Dodo Afre Yara Ghana 0302 779 854.
Da ye kase nsase papa a ehojo na ne border form boko eni ho se wope asase ato wope obi ana edwumekuo bi esusu asase Regnant Properties and Construction bema won sase ne wadensie ho nsem ayemre ama Regnant Property and Construction atete won sase so aba form kaswa ewutu breku nsase da 4000 Ghana cedis kaswa ofakoso 30000 Ghana cedis ena kaswa papas 25000 Ghana cedis shisha Regnant Property and Construction echra kwan wo kaswa akwele yene St Mary's School ena idin hwe nimu freya
0209254863 ana 0245037567
Regnant Property and Construction ana your property our priority.
Get digi with it. Get digi with it. On your mark, ready, set, let's go. CV, Gmo, Bar, USSD, Young Co, Star 924 hash.
Ekusi saying on Asempa FM.
Young phone, no ever fire money transfer. For your water bill, for your light bill. Factor credit, Star 924 hash. You deserve it. Let's go. Get digi with it. Star 924 hash. Get digi with it. Star 924 hash.
CBG is empowering you to get digi with CBG Mobile.
FM.
Simply dial star 924 hash and get digi with it.
CBG, we stand with you.
Wo yo bema woni fie adwana ekwa tie me kiso yare ana prostate disorder yare ba ko a se won hwe ni ye betuma ha opa ma prostate ni emu opodi ehia na prostate abase ebedi bema bia akagyamu enuahini ene haban ene akabo mu aye prostate eye haban nko a nchemu ha enam se ofa prostate a ubada na ho asundwemu na ho besisi husu yi ankasa wonye bi wo drugstore bebremu ewo memu enye ma apemfo ema nkwara no fo anan nkwara nimro mfie dumienu edi ahwe edwadie nkatwemu ajatum se eye etumfrofre Phytotech Limited ewo 0246
490116 and 020 997 7733. Postal system, a healthy prostate, a healthy life.
Akwenhyia wo hoi esida ebetumi aye afidie akwenhyia ana ebetumi aye akoma yare ana emdwudwe mpo ni awudi kan ye no eho hia pa se yade a wankasa wonya akwenhyia ana wo hu akwenhyia a fra 112 nenya muaye intem every afidie a wode fa ayarefo eno nya akomatoyem efise afidie a wode fa ayarefo bebro ahasa na abagana Fre 112 womre a wapomodin mu aye din nejewo ene wabusuafo ene wadofo enkwa 112 emwa beba 112 nya hobambo memfre emre a wonhia moa esanse ebetumi ama obi a ohia emwa enkwa efri ninsa ye omamba pa
Besu no meto intina 1x for me fa won di agro kra mo art no akakra kankwa udi na partners ne bomb options na ho yanum for ni nibi what bet na wie no utumi to insurance the peso say pa who say wo bet na say ya utumi to ma company no intiko 1xbet.com na create account say sia
LPG I am from Eja ehote nanso se eho beti ama wo agise wo de adi dwuma yi ansa na wo beso wuja no hwea na hwe se from Eja ho nka biara enje ho se wote from Eja ho pampa na buebue apono ne mpoma no nyina eba ne saa a menso ana menum biara edi enyina mahoden eye adwuma dundum Eja biara waso wo ho na frɛ onimdifo mano mmehwe mawo fa semina nsuegu from Eja tontru wano ano se wo ehuro a natural se etue ampa ta ehwe se droban na etwe from Eja no hu ntue na ta sesa droban no acha preko mfie mienu biara echi hwe se abri biara wo be soja no wo be pa wo matches ansa na waso wo stove hwe se from Eja no ho asode no adum abri biara wo mfandi dwuma biara nkratoyi yi efri National Petroleum Authority aswe
Yakoto, na nyo na nanse a woda ho a woyare woye ewu na ba ne se na wasan so regina wo na asese yi.
Menua jai. Senka mehia JL Dankwa Herbal Clinic. Enka me yare e de me kwa samandu eni.
E ba ne sen.
Me se me nyonko bi na kire me ho na me koye infertility e ma ne memo mu ntimi wo. Low sperm count. Bema onkwamo na hodi ni mu. Eni bema wodi boss a na tim keja ato. Na ade baku e dan so kro ni mu se. Wo pawo a eni enokwa de. Eni yare a wodro ni na. Wote ne te.
Se wakoto. Sa doctor ni minim no. Enya wono na wakoji adesuamu ntete e wo KNUS no. Obone ho mbode papa wo Amankwa Block Factory North Kaneshi opposite Adodo Hotel. Ni telephone number eni 0243 201358. Afenso ye be WhatsApp Dr. Kroya ewo 0275 142456. JL Dankwa Herbal Clinic. Jiwayarisa.
Eyamba wo bibenya wa fiare.
Asempa FM. Manindaya, me facility Asempa FM. Manindaya, me facility Asempa FM. Manindaya, me facility Asempa FM.
Ekusi saying on Asempa FM.
94.7 Asempa FM. So you could see saying Jumediano Asuguswa Utieno Enti. Just gone by was that interview with the Defense Minister of the Republic of Ghana, Dominic Nitiwo, and Yaneno Aka Nsembebre na ewo Jumedi. So and then someone said the Electoral Commission of Ghana publicizes today the chairperson of the commission will be speaking to the Ghanaian people ahead of Ochina registration exercise. That press conference, and we've seen set up no are you ready in the end Chebia will be going to the Electoral Commission head office ewon kran ha na yakwa akwa press conference no Mrs. Jean Mensa Edin Sembibri na ebetudwa efa ochina registration exercise no eho. If you want to listen to what the commission have got to tell the Ghanaian people, mawafidi no enda haya enche ebeko na yakwa sa press conference so 33 minutes after 5 you could see saying so any my messages kakra and then would go back to the Electoral Commission head office na yakwa press conference no Madam Jean Mensa in Sama of the APNB we say good afternoon Obi, please ask the defense minister whether the minority leadership in parliament were informed about his deployed troops to the borders and whether his men were at their flower border area where 200 kilos of cocaine and dollars were intercepted. Nana Akofo, a concerned Ghanaian in Boston, US of A. Ononsun Semo de Atuja. No. There's one here which says, good evening, Obi. The NDC want us to believe that Ketu South is an island on its own, right? Why are they not worried about the other towns where the security have been deployed? It's just simple. If you are a citizen, go through the approved route and register. Anyone caught using an unapproved route will be deemed a criminal. In this era of COVID-19, no group of individuals will be allowed to sleep in classrooms and churches. If they are indeed Ghanaians, then they should go sleep in their family homes. Also, simpliciter, Adriana Bakwekuam Ponsa Abeka Republic, and Ono Ediway Abraying. This one says, Obi, if you are not an armed robber in court, why will you be upset with your chief or opinion leaders to the extent of objecting to the building of a police station in your community? Why is the NDC and its surrogates complaining about our security operatives protecting our various ports of entry? Any sinister agenda? What is their fear? Keep up the good work, Honorable Nitiwo. Hashtag secure our borders. Samuel Brian Boabeng. And he says, happy birthday to Mr. Andy Owusu of Vista Chelsea Bridge in Battersea, UK. Cheers to good life and have a fantastic day to you. And that's a birthday wish there. Said Munyina Mote Yano Edase Papa Mr. Andy Owusu, happy birthday to you. Let me deal with some other messages. Fusaini Salifu in Kaswa Zongo, and Fusaini Salifu says, Obi, I was born and bred in Chumu, so this military in town is no news. I came to live in Kaswa when I got a job in Accra after my degree. Fusaini Salifu, thank you. Don Pino in Malam says, let me see. Obi, at the mention of dry bones, the aged begin to shiver. I can understand the frustrations of the former president and his party, who are standing on rooftops and inciting tribal bigotry with regard to the security forces' presence only in the Volta region, when they are indeed in all other border towns around the country, to ensure strict adherence to the closure of our borders because of COVID-19. They have exposed themselves by the jittery and panic reactions, because if they had nothing to hide, they wouldn't be acting all reckless and making highly tribalistic statement. NDC never again. God bless our defense minister. That's Don Pino Ono Malam. We say, Obi, we saw Papa J, Kofo, Mills, and Mahama, but President Akufo-Addo is full of tension. Why? Okay, that's from Nana Kakra. And on the way Abraying. Let me see the other ones we have here, and then we can make progress. Good afternoon, Obi. Okay, our friends in the NDC saying we should allow people from Togo to enter into Ghana without COVID-19 protocols. Why are they not talking about other countries but only Togo? Kwame Safo NPP Ewoni Boy Town onone dia or dia Abraying. And no we say okay. Farouk says people with clean conscience fear no presence of security men. So the NDC, please spare us this. What Voltarians want is your policy alternatives, because this time round Eza will not tickle anyone. Mr. Domelevo going for his long deserved leave is right, because GH needs him back and more refreshed as a more refreshed person to continue his great work for Ghana. That's from Farouk, and he is in Tema, where he said, good afternoon. My mother's father, that's my grandfather, is a Togolese. He left to Togo when I was not even born. My uncle Kofi, who is the elder son of my grandmother, followed his father to Togo. Since then, my uncle have never been in Ghana. My uncle has never been in Ghana. Okay, I'm almost 43 years. If my uncle comes here today to register, I'll report him direct. I'm a citizen, not a spectator. Ranking member, he is in Belgium. And on the way, our brain ranking member, thank you so much for coming through with your message. Obi, Honorable K.T. Hammond is a very straightforward person. He speaks the truth as it is without any malice attached. And now that we have had the benefit of doubt by listening to the Honorable Member himself and his explanation, we can all be certain on one thing, that there was no tribalism in his speech. Greet my hometown, Adansia Sofa MP for me.
Asempa FM.
Jesse of the 1D1F Secretariat coming through with this one. Whereas Obi, personally, it was needless for Honorable K.T. Hammond to say what he said without having full brief on the deployment of the special peacekeeping force. But heck, it's not like he's denigrated nor said evil about a certain tribe. The tape says a lot about how weak-minded and myopic some people can be. We don't waste time going back and forth on such trivial issues. NDC should watch it several times afterwards. They should make their post and stop making it about a certain tribe and another tribe. Guy G is in Newark, in New Jersey, coming through with this one. There are loads and loads of your messages. Obi, where was Honorable Ablakwa in the NDC Volta Regional Caucus when some secessionists wanted to succeed from Ghana? In any case, what is wrong if military men are put on our borders to prevent non-Ghanaians from coming to take part in Ghana's registration exercise? What is the NDC afraid of? I can see the NDC and its people are very interested in the Togolese vote and not Ghanaian vote. This year, no ECOWAS register, strictly Ghanaian. Jerry Osei Bonsu, youth organizer of the NPP in the Eastern Region. To be fair to Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa, he was one of the voices strongly the secessionist movement in the Volta region. Let's be fair to him. Okay. The messages are too many, but let me see. A very good evening to you, my brother Benjamin Osei Teria of Benjilo Pharmacy in Wasa Ekropon. I hear Mobiemu Puha Ewoha Woni Enuanum ATA. Good evening to you, Benjamin Osei Teria, physician assistant with Wasa Ekropon Government Hospital and CEO and owner of Benjilo Pharmacy in Wasa Ekropon. Mijini se bibi ekoye. We say Obi, I've really enjoyed the interview with Honorable Nitiwol. I hope all well-meaning Ghanaians will now appreciate the stance of the NDC relative to the security deployment. Clearly, they want to seek political sympathy and nothing more. Kwesi Reynolds is in Agona or Dobin. PK all the way in Elembele in the Western region. And PK says, fellow Ghanaians, what is happening at Volta region now is like the movement of the pendulum. His Excellency John Mahama's running mate appointment will reduce NPP's total vote from Ashanti region. So in view of this, NPP have to use some means by deploying military forces and police to the Volta region under the pretext of preventing foreigners from infiltrating Ghana to register. Why not other border towns in Ghana too? Okay, I think the defense minister has responded to that particular claim, and yet it's really across all border towns. But thank you nonetheless, my very good friend PK in Elembele for coming through with this one. Wait, sir. Good evening, Obi. Let me see. If the military are there because of people crossing the border to spread the COVID-19, why now and not when Ghana recorded its first 2 cases? How was a government agency, NADMO, able to figure out Ghanaians in Togo to go support them some time back? Are women part of the deployed military to the Ketu South constituency? If viewers are seen as non-Ghanaians today who composed our national anthem? Do we have a peace council? Okay, don't laugh and be happy because innocent people's lives are being tampered with and their rights suppressed, all in the name of politics. Strong man, Ewa Kaswa, coming through with this one. We say, okay, let me see. Some points says, when did national security write letters to Ghanaians on when and where they were deploying people to? Can we divulge our security intel to the outside world? Former President Mahama Pa. And he says, however, drowning people would always hang on to anything, including snakes. Sampine. Edie Eni. We say, good evening, Obi. I'm very surprised at the submission of Honorable Ablakwa and their press conference this morning. Everything shows that they are only doing tribal politics. So that was Sabon Zongo and Onodi way. But let me inform our listeners, Yebeko Electoral Commission, one head office in Kraiha. The chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Mrs. Jean Mensa, will be speaking to the Ghanaian people on Ochana registration exercise. As and when we get the feed, we'll join the feed. I'm also met me who said the Nioma AC Echo. Ma Memfa Wimu in Chemiba. I'll read some of your other messages and then we move straight to the Electoral Commission headquarters. Now, the air cost near to me at the Abramo Intimation and so and far MIA Ecosi saying so in a higher Asempa FM.
Ecosi saying on Asempa FM.
More Mundim down someone roundabout, no ADB Bank branch, just opposite ADB Bank, no. Ubehu company bi o share opposite ADB Bank. Soho abrosign o share soho stores bi brina wo mo share soho. Your company be a friend of Life Plan Properties. Now, almost in front to and say, oh, Asempa, Mansoon, because a credible land, litigation free land. Only Life Plan Properties in income. Yawan Saso Amasaman Kojo Ashon, Kaswa Amanfro, Kaswa Domiabra, Kaswa Dinchira, Kaswa Opeikuma, Fete, Atoma near Fanko and Pram yetwitwa kwan atom electricity wo ho kanea e wo ho me say electricity kanea electricity wo nsuo wo ho bibia kama into kwa Life Plan Property say almost say land surveying omo documentation ti wo pese ye won sas wo document ma ye survey asas ne ma oni bibia no so mbe ye e dia ma real estate architectural drawings and omo ton building materials and so Life Plan Property say so Uji Asas Nibia Yama in installment from as low as 1,000 Ghana cedis, 2,000 Ghana cedis upwards. Ubit Metrian and Kakranka credit every month. Yeah, in Sasia, Opesa to real estate development, Ubit Menyabi, Opesa sorry, warehouse, schools, Ninyanara, Ubenyabi, Fair Life Plan Properties, NAR, it was 0244 849 436 0244 849-436 and a 0200-183-232 0200-183-232. So the Medicare they are too many. We call down some around about ADB Bank or just opposite ADB Bank. We be Life Plan Properties or Life Plan Properties Limited. Where investment is in safe hands. In the corner on intimi in Kodijuma. O perfect lies a papa to we create ebia wa sekropon utie your friend is saying nananko wasana nanko wasa japa udunko onofe enti swaman dadie so ehona muscle ba ne muscle bema ewo swaman dadie so ho na se utie udua koko me pacho fertilizer we here the famous asasiwa fertilizer and afi nitrable no so ho udigu koko ase a emano ba ene so doso ba ni na yawa Ghana na eton enye no kwa ebia wo dua vegetables ye wo also de ye wo ho grower on nitrable and a crop lift bio fertilizer udigu no ba ene so a so papa men Canada monso amodua cereal crops ye wo activa sulfan and amidas and so at the amount in now Yara Ghana obenya biato and the Yara Ghana any a Greek ministry they want toma aboanoa almost a planting for food and jobs no near bitimi akoyi for any adibenya fertilizer papa edua won no buy in the website yara.com.gh and as a frame it was 0302 767 992 0302767992. Now ne Yara Ghana into me any enkomo enche yebeko Electoral Commission head office CCA na message main sansem or what to dwane yakọ akwakofa e de abramo ntimo ntwen enche bia yebeko Trinidad bagla proofing nso aba amaw wasi dan na wie no e wasa wo hwe na utimi ebo wo ho ban yi e no ebo wo ho ban de a uhia bagla proofing papa ebeboa ama wo mba ebeboa na nioma power properties ne ade e wo fie no akronfo ntimi emuani enkofa. We supply Africa's strongest burglar proofing for doors and windows. Into Uba, you were the right expertise. You choose the best safety gate and window grills to help you keep crime out. Call us now for our new repayment and finance options. In the end, ubetmetri usikaran kakra. Fre 0561242424 0561242424. Na only into me in the and sawaswo. Let me see if there are any other messages here, and then we can go through them. Na yeah, the Aken Electoral Commission one semwa wo eka Setre Salisu from Power Oti region. Also, the NDC have never faced the Volta region with their records in office. They have never told the people what they have done and what they will do when given the mandate. It has always been about one tribe and them since the year 2000. This is old-fashioned. Never again and DC. When so every mepe our North Tongue or CFN Agbe. Hey, Obi will always want to Kujeto who is only okay, will always want Okujeto to speak on his show. This is very strange. I'm reiterating the point that if North Tongue were not to be a traditional seat of the NDC, Okujeto won't be taking the people for granted. You think he's taking the people for granted? You really think so? Wow. Well, it's a good afternoon, Obi. Please, I want to listen to Ekosi saying, but I'm in Kumasi Kwada, so please, which radio station can I get you? If you're in Kumasi, just tune in to Jenyame FM 94.5. And meaning say around Kumasi, so there are stations that within Kumasi you can still get into. For example, where Jura, ne JFM, where Jura, or Finso, Time FM, or Finso. You know, more boase say OFM ubit meti or intimation and so am I. Dr. Baba Zamo, master planner or Kentampo. Or say, is it not the same NDC that were complaining that we should close the borders when coronavirus started? Were they expecting teachers or nurses to be at the borders? Let's leave the soldiers and the policemen to do their work. Regards to Bono East region. The Oka Obi, it's sad that Ghanaian politicians usually fall for tribal politics. Ghana is better than that, than this NDC and NPP. Yao Seth from Austin, Texas. Okay, let me see the other messages we have. Obi, stop the pick and choose and read kind of your. Okay, and read my message too. We all use money to send you those messages. Now what more tribalistic, ethnocentric, and worse off than the imposement of 4 years capitation of NHIS in Ashanti region by JDM? The government should deploy more military troops in our crossing borders to prevent foreigners from entering the country, and for that matter, registering Shak Attacker or Chronom Quapra. Wow. Well, it's a good evening, Obi. The NDC want us to believe that K2 South. Okay, I think I've read this message already. Good day, Obi. Ask Nitiwo how many men were sent to the western border. He should stop the unanswered story from Marshall in Accra. Marshall, he gave the figures for the western.
Saying on Asempa FM.
But I'll check and get you the exact figure. But we say, Obi, please ask the minister what is happening to the drainage from Nima to Paloma Hotel. Oh, okay. That should be a message on a different issue. In Tiabeshe na yakeno ho asem etre. This is Nyansa, a teacher in the public sector. Please, I would wish to help rectify this. Why should all teachers be in school every day within this period while we are to reduce risk of COVID contraction? We have been tasked to be in school whether you have a lesson or not. I can't imagine why 4 periods on the timetable per day require a staff of over 16 to be in school every blessed day. However, the workers at the various education offices run shift as well as other ministries. It's a worry to me. I am so much disappointed when the government urges workers to reduce risk, but a few leaders in the name of head teachers are tasking teachers to be in school always. I wish this problem will be addressed for us. COVID is real, so we need protection as teachers too. Surprisingly, I haven't received my face mask and sanitizer, all because my head teacher claims all pupils must be served first. So we should wait till all pupils who were absent to report and receive. I'm really scared though, as to how this menace is being handled. Okay, Nyansa, thank you for putting out your concern. The okay, let me see. Obi, when there is a question about interior, whose version should be taken as credible, the interior minister or an MP? Your sensationalism must stop. Listening to Katie Hammond, where did he go wrong? No name attached to this. We say Kwekwe Siaman Ketia, aka Ghana Money, Washington DC. And he says, Obi, the commander-in-chief and defense minister has every right to deploy troops to maintain peace and order when necessary. Honorable Katie Hammond didn't make mention of any loss or airways, but specifically talked about Togolese. So what's the problem here? Kwekwe Siama and Onodiwe Abba. This one says, okay, let me see, just let's hear your thoughts on all the issues. We say, Obi, please, congratulations to you. The grace of our Lord Jesus be with you as the programs manager for Asempa FM. Akumeni Vincent Amemayo, citizen journalist from Natriku, Ewo Akuse, and Onodiwe Abre. Yedase Papa for always joining our show with your messages. Prince Henry Okoforidio, you say good evening, Obi. The Ghanaian people have lived in fear over the last 4 years due to rising insecurity. But when it comes to the new register, President Akufo-Addo suddenly knows how to beef up security. We shall rise and register and vote against President Akufo-Addo come December. Okay, come December this year. Thank you. Okay. We say, Obi, I want to know from the NDC whether security personnel were not guiding our borders until now. The military men were deployed to all borders in Ghana. So why are the NDC members complaining of only Volta region? They should give us a break. My regards to Honorable Howard Kumsen. That's from Rainbow in Kaswa. Rainbow in Kaswa. Na onso betimi Edward Jintre. Abrain na yahwe eti we kosi sense na high Asempa FM said ye kan aka no ye hwe nim enche electoral commission ebeye ready na the chairperson of the commission and kasa enne the actual Ghana for efa ochina nyame ya adoma registration exercise sha ase no ho in my video na here would go there and pick for you that coverage na yahwe etumi edi abwe say per this stance taken by the NDC suggests that if they were in office during this pandemic, they won't have closed our borders. Even in opposition, the NDC are displaying incompetence. Protozoa Edie Eni Protozoa, thank you for your message. Even if the military forces are at our borders to prevent foreigners to be part of voting of voting, is it a crime or illegal? You see, the one who has been accused of stealing a goat entertained his guests with goat meat. The agitation against the closure of the border certifies that they have interest in it. If not, then what is their beef? Headache, worry, and lamentation over the border closure. Pythagoras would want to know. Obi, I still don't know the reason why the NDC is going around peddling falsehood and also creating an impression that the military were sent purposely to the Volta region to frustrate our brothers and sisters. Wow, indeed. Congratulations to your new rule, sir. You deserve it. You are a big man. Emotion, ever hungry in that's Budapest in Hungary. Please, Obi, couldn't the president use the huge security in search of the Takrade girls? Sheer wickedness. Eric Ej, NDC Deputy Communications Officer, Ewo Bono Region, and Ono Edway Abrain. Asaman Kese, that's Glover Marfos. Good evening, Obi. NDC always want to take advantage of negative news. Why must we eulogize this issue knowing that it can destroy the peace we are enjoying today? Let's trust our systems. Inti ononso they are braying. No. Okay, let me see. Messages no edos. I want to try and read as many as possible. Said yebeya enche yebetimi akwakofa Electoral Commission chairperson. We say, good evening, Obi. Congratulations on your appointment as programs manager of Asempa. You deserve it. You're doing an amazing work. My regards to Honorable Frank Anodonpre. He has done amazing in Sawim Aduejiri. And I'm told, sir, the Electoral Commission chairperson is ready.
Asempa FM.
So we'll cross over briefly. Na yako akwa press conference no etumi Eddie Abremo live from the Electoral Commission head office here in Accra. Mrs. Jean Mensah will be addressing the press. Now, Yashe who said the Nioma isi Equintimuntion and so and while we wait, let me do this briefly and then I'll come back. So we'll move straight up to the Electoral Commission head office. Mumienti.
We have done what is humanly possible as an institution. But we need you, O God, to crown our effort with
Asempa FM. Asempa FM.
Okay, so the commissioners now began with an opening prayer. And the opening prayers now and na omo share abo. And you would hold on a bit, and when the commissioner herself begins speaking, yebe kwa kofa Eddie Abremo Munshan and so emayen. We say, okay, I think the Electoral Commission chairperson and Kasa started Kasa ain't Mrs. Jean Mensah.
Ekusi saying on Asempa FM.
Mrs. Jean Mensah. She's flanked by her deputies, Dr. Bosman Erikasari, Deputy Chairman, Corporate Services, and then Mr. Samuel Tete, Deputy Chairman in charge of operations. We are also privileged to have with us here our commissioners, the commission members. We have Mrs. Hadja Sada Tumaida. We also have Mrs. Rebecca Kabuki Ajalo. And then Mr. Ebenezer Agri Finn. We are also blessed to have with us our directors, Dr. Sribo Kweko, Director, Electoral Services. Then we have Mr. Lawrence Sapon, Director, Administration. Then we have the Deputy Directors, Mr. Fred Tete. Oh, Mr. Buedu is hiding behind me. Mr. Samuel Buedu. He is in charge of human resources of the Electoral Commission.
FM.
And then Mr. Emmanuel Adai. He is a lawyer by profession with the legal department of the Electoral Commission. Without much ado, can we proceed and respectfully? So.
Asempa FM.
Let me go straight to the main agenda on the table by respectfully asking our chairperson, Mrs. Jean Mensah, to give us her address. Thank you.
Asempa FM.
Good evening, distinguished citizens of our beloved country, Ghana, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure to speak with you this evening, and I bring you warm greetings from the Electoral Commission of Ghana. This is the day our Father God has made, and we rejoice and we are glad in it. It's been a long journey, and we thank God for bringing us this far. Today marks an important day in our national calendar. It is the day that precedes the commencement of our 2020 voters registration exercise. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on Thursday, the 25th of June, 2020, the Supreme Court gave its ruling in two cases brought against the Electoral Commission. One regarding the Commission's intended compilation of a new voters register, and the other regarding the Commission's position that existing voter ID cards should not be included in the list of eligible documentation for the registration of voters. The Supreme Court, in its ruling, directed the Commission and all its stakeholders to comply with Articles 42 and 45 of the 1992 Constitution and CI 126. By that ruling, the Supreme Court granted the Electoral Commission the authority to carry on with the compilation of the new voters register using the CI 126 and to exclude the existing voters' ID cards as identification for voters. This ruling provides the Electoral Commission with the go-ahead to commence the 2020 voters registration exercise. The exercise will begin tomorrow, 30th June 2020, and will continue until the 6th of August 2020. The registration of voters, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, is a critical process in our electoral cycle. The voters register is a bedrock on which credible elections rest. It is the foundation upon which the sovereign right of a people to choose their national leaders is hinged. Therefore, in carrying out the voter registration exercise, we as a commission are mindful of the significance of the task we are undertaking. We would like to assure all of you that as a commission, our rationale for compiling a new register is not to disenfranchise any eligible voter. On the contrary, it is to ensure that all our citizens who qualify are afforded the opportunity to register and cast their votes. The Commission is of the view that only eligible citizens should have the right to determine who governs and leads our dear nation. And we are determined to ensure that no one is left behind. We deem it necessary to assure you that our decisions and actions are taken without fear or favor and without recourse to any individual or group of persons. We have a duty to our citizens to ensure that only the will of the people stands. I urge all Ghanaians to move forward with the Commission in implementing the ruling of the court. And indeed, this is the moment for all of us to move forward. It is time for us to turn our energies towards the exercise of registering voters. Let us join hands together, notwithstanding our differences, to ensure that every Ghanaian, every deserving Ghanaian of 18 years and above is able to register as a voter. Dear citizens, your participation in and monitoring of the voters' registration exercise will be critical to maintaining the integrity of the register. Please participate in the voters' registration exercise. Monitor the process at your registration centers and draw the attention of the Commission to any anomalies you might observe in the process. Together, we will arrive at a comprehensive and credible voters register. I'll now move on to an issue of importance to the registration process. That is the question of eligible documentation for proving one's identity as a Ghanaian. Indeed, CI 126 speaks to this question. CI 126 specifies the documents that each citizen of Ghana is required to present in order to be eligible to register as a voter. The required documents are a valid passport or a national identification card issued by the National Identification Authority. CI 126 further specifies that in an event that a citizen of Ghana does not have either of the above documents, he or she must present 2 guarantors who must themselves have registered under the current registration process to vouch for or guarantee the identity of the said person as a citizen of Ghana. We are aware that some concerns have been raised about the issue and the use of guarantors. We wish to acknowledge these concerns. We understand that it may seem like a burden having to find 2 registered persons to vouch for one's identity as a Ghanaian. And yet, it seems to us to be the lesser of 2 evils. Although it may take a little bit more of your time and that of your guarantors, it will ensure that only persons who are Ghanaian and of 18 years old are listed on our voters' register. Guaranteeing of identity through the use of guarantors is actually not a new phenomenon in Ghana's voting procedures. This system has been with us since the beginning of our democracy, as the framers of the law anticipated situations in which Ghanaian citizens might, for legitimate and unavoidable reasons, be unable to prove or provide documentation to prove their citizenship. May I crave your indulgence, ladies and gentlemen, in presenting you with available data on the numbers of persons who have in the past been registered using guarantors as follows. In 2014, 928,540 persons were registered as voters. Of this number, 82.2% of registered voters used the guarantor system. In 2016, 1,046,067 persons were registered as voters. Of this number, 92.5% used guarantors. In the continuous registration process in 2016, 37,929 persons were registered. Of this number, 93.1% used guarantors. In the referendum of 2018, 47,852 persons were registered. 99.5% of these persons used guarantors. In 2019, the limited registration process of 2019, 1,211,395 persons were registered. 95.2% of these persons used guarantors. As you would have observed from the above numbers, my predecessors have applied this system in the past, in past voter registration processes, as they have sought to ensure that no one was disenfranchised for valid reasons beyond their control. I hope and pray that the 2020 election should be the last time that we as a country will need the guarantor system. As come 2020, all citizens should have been issued with national identification cards, should have become routine procedure carried out at the national, district, and regional levels. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned earlier, the voters' registration exercise begins tomorrow. It begins at a time when we as a nation have not yet beaten the COVID-19 virus, nor completely curtailed its spread. The registration exercise, will require the gathering of large numbers of people. There's the risk of transmission and spread of the COVID-19 virus at these gatherings. We are aware that some of us would prefer that we wait for the end of the pandemic before carrying out our processes such as this one. Others believe that since the virus may linger into long term, we must find ways to stay safe while engaging in our normal business. The latter view seems largely to reflect the global approach to the question of when to resume normal economic and social life, but with each country adapting this approach to its circumstances. As a Commission, we have paid close attention to the signals from the government and from the Ghana Health Service, which suggests the latter approach. We have in addition held discussions with the national COVID-19 team established by the government and again the Ghana Health Service. We have taken the advice on best practice in curtailing the spread of the virus. We have thus developed the following safety regimen to be carried out at all our registration centers throughout the country. First, as has been our practice, all registration centers will be set up outdoors in open spaces. Where schools, churches, and other such venues are used as registration centers, we will not set camp inside the school or church buildings. Our registration centers will be set up in open fields and open spaces outside the school and church buildings. We will not use the school or church furniture. We will use the Electoral Commission's furniture and set up for use as registration centers. This has been our policy and practice in times past and will remain so. As an added measure, our furniture and our fittings will be continually wiped with alcohol wipes. Other COVID-19 preventive measures that will be observed at all registration centers are as follows. All people entering the registration center or queuing to enter the registration center would be required to wear a nose mask. On arrival at the registration center, every person's temperature will be taken using a thermometer gun. Persons with temperatures above 37.8 degrees Celsius will be directed to the health personnel at the registration centers or the nearest public health facility. Special arrangements will be made for them to register. The Commission will provide liquid soap and water with Veronica buckets for the mandatory washing of hands before joining the queue or entering the registration center. There will be strict adherence to physical distance of at least 1 meter in the queues at all centers. Our fingerprint scanners will be cleaned prior to the capturing of fingerprints of applicants using alcohol wipes. Hand sanitizers will be provided for the mandatory sanitizing of hands when leaving the stations. It is important to note that the Ghana Health Service has released some 7,000 health assistants to each of the registration centers nationwide. It is expected that the health assistants will assist us in ensuring strict adherence to the safety protocols outlined by the Electoral Commission. In all of these safety measures, we will rely on your cooperation, dear citizens. We believe and know that it will not be easy, but with your compliance with the above measures, we should be able to carry out all the registration procedures safely. I must mention further that special arrangements have been made for the elderly and vulnerable people during the registration exercise. All vulnerable persons, such as persons with disabilities, pregnant women, and breastfeeding mothers, the aged, that is 60 years and above, as well as the sick, will be given priority at all our registration centers. In addition, the Commission has introduced a new facility to serve the aged and the vulnerable as follows. The aged and vulnerable may go to the district offices of the Electoral Commission across the country for their registration. Additionally, they have the option of printing and filling out their forms before they go to the registration centers. This will help to speed up the registration process. It is important to emphasize that the Form 1A, which captures the biometric data, as well as the guarantee forms, can be found on our website. And the address is www.ec.gov.gh. Please note that the registration for the aged and vulnerable at our district offices starts on Thursday, the 2nd of July, 2020. A major concern a number of citizens have raised with us has to do with the quality of our temporary officers. We have recruited, trained, and deployed over 40,000 staff, indeed over 44,000 staff into the field. We are confident that the training provided them has prepared them to operate efficiently and professionally. As part of the training, we have drummed home the importance of instilling the principles of integrity, fairness, and transparency in all the activities throughout the registration process. We have also introduced a code of conduct which spells out guidelines for the activities. As part of the recruitment exercise, all temporary staff signed an oath pledging to abide by the rules and regulations governing the activities. Ahead of the registration exercise, the Commission will deploy 8,000 biometric voter registration kits into the field. The kits have been thoroughly tested, and we are confident that they will function efficiently and ensure a smooth and speedy registration of each applicant. We envisage that the robustness of the kits, as well as the extensive training offered, each applicant should not spend more than 10 minutes going through the registration process. We have deployed over 5,000 technicians to the field and set up zonal centers all across the country. These centers will be manned by our technicians, and it is expected that they will ensure a prompt and timely replacement of faulty kits in the field. We believe that with this approach, we should witness a smooth and seamless voters' registration exercise. I'll now turn my attention to the mode of registration. The cluster system will be used for the voters' registration exercise. A cluster consists of 5 registration centers or polling stations in a district. In total, 6,788 clusters, made up of 5 polling stations each, will be covered. This means that all 33,367 registration centers will be covered during the registration exercise. The registration will take place simultaneously in all 16 regions of Ghana. The entire registration will be undertaken in 5 phases. Each phase will span a duration of 6 days. In effect, a registration team will spend 6 days at each of the 5 centers of the cluster, thus making 30 days for each cluster. We would have an additional 6 days which would be used for the mopping up exercise. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Commission has published the movement plan on its website and in the newspapers today. We would urge you to go onto our website and study the movement plan to enable you ascertain when the registration team would visit your registration center. Distinguished guests, it is important to emphasize at this time the transparency of our processes and to allay the fears of our stakeholders. Over the years, a number of mechanisms have been built into our processes to tighten the loose screws and to ensure transparency and accountability from the registration of voters to the declaration of results. For the purposes of this exercise, I'll focus on the transparency embedded into our registration process. Indeed, before the Electoral Commission commences any registration process, it has to provide all registered political parties with a 21 days notice of its intention to compile or update the register. This is to afford political parties the opportunity to train and assign agents to the various registration centers. The agents of the political parties remain at the registration centers from the start of the process to the end. At the beginning of each day, the Electoral Commission officer starts the machine or kits in the presence of political party agents. The kits show the date, time, and a record of the number of persons who have registered. In all cases, at the start of the day, that number is 0. At the end of each day, the kit generates a printout that gives the total number of persons who have been registered in a day. Each political party is given a copy of the printout. The Electoral Commission forwards the same copy to its database. Additionally, political parties may on their own record the number of persons who are registered per day. This enables them to confirm their own records against the printout from the Electoral Commission. Indeed, any party with this information can set up its own system to track and record the number of applicants who have been registered across the nation on a daily basis. It is important to note that the entire registration process is also monitored by various observer groups. And this year we've seen a good number of observer groups who have shown interest in monitoring the process. We believe this will further strengthen our processes. Distinguished citizens, as a commission which believes in law and order, peace and stability, we have engaged regularly with the security agencies through the mechanism of the Election Security Task Force. We are confident that our early and regular engagements will yield positive gains and cause us to witness a peaceful and violence-free exercise. On our part, we call on all Ghanaians to work with us to ensure a peaceful registration exercise. Members of the press, dear citizens, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a rather lengthy speech, but I hope it has addressed the most important issues relating to the 2020 voter registration exercise.
On Asempa FM.
On behalf of the Electoral Commission of Ghana, I thank all our stakeholders, namely the leaders of our religious bodies, traditional authority, civil society, the media, and all well-meaning Ghanaians for their support over the months. I'd also like to thank all of you for your time and the opportunity to speak to you. We look forward to seeing all of you at the registration centers with your face masks firmly in place as we embark upon this all-important exercise. We will carry out this exercise efficiently and safely, God being our helper. I wish you all a blessed evening. May God bless our homeland Ghana and make our nation great and strong. Thank you very much for your attention.
Ekusi say on Asempa FM. Asempa FM. Asempa FM.
Papa driver, man in the hair, me pesemiti Asempa FM. Taxi driver, man in the hair, me pesemiti Asempa FM. Filling station, man in the hair.
Ekusi say on Asempa FM.
Pop spot, man in the hair, me pesemiti Asempa FM. Quaristers Moson for Kwa Master Prior Honey Honey, Namuti Asempa 94.7 FM. They say Yaka Prior, Nawajisu Ewu BFE.
I mean, they will make all sorts of don't worry about it. I mean, we will see what happens. You guys, journalists, go to voter region and see if you see. You say it's true. Have you seen any soldiers there? There's a border. We've got to have the military, the immigration, the whatever to control the border. No. Wait a minute. It's very important. If you accept that it wasn't like that, but it's now increased activity there, there is a good reason for that. We own this country and we've always been concerned about what happens. The Togolese and the Votarians, and what I'm talking about is voter region. I mean, there is a kind of, remember the history, Professor, if you guys know the history about it, basically the same tribe. So they walk in, come, but they are not Ghanaians. And then when they walk in there, they can do whatever they do. So I guess that is the reason for that. See, there's a classic example. You remember 2008, the second round? We had so much, 100,000 or so votes leading from Samesa at the time of second round. The next round, one constituency, what's the name? Which one? No. Country South also, it cleared all the whatever we had. Where did they come from? You see, so everybody from whatever they came to vote. So this is what the whole thing is about. Well, that's what you say. There is, those people voted 35,000 or so at the time voted. The next one, everybody else on earth voted. Where were they coming from? So this is the whole issue. We want there to be sanity. The military is there to make sure that you vote if you are Ghanaian. You vote if you have the right, constitutional right in Ghana to vote. That's all there is there. They are not electoral officers, but they are peace-keeping force. They are keeping the peace. The borders are already shut. No. I mean, the whole strength of it, Aflawo is shut. Is Aflawo the only whatever? So the soldiers, the immigration, the police, they are just maintaining the peace, making sure that there's no infiltration. I mean, come on, let's be serious. What is the point in going through all that we've gone through to Supreme Court, all that, then allow a porous border for people to come through and then infiltrate, and then to infiltrate the register again?
Ekusi say on Asempa FM.
Yes. Even if you have Ghana card and passport. If you have what? Ghana card. I mean, come on, this is not a good argument. We've already, I think that is the premise. If you are Ghanaian, who prevents you from voting? Who are not Ghanaians? Togolese are not Ghanaians. They are. You didn't listen. I didn't say they are not Ghanaians. I said there is a common affiliation between what I call the Votarians, that is voter region, and then Togo. It's one family. So those who are in Togo, they come in, do their trading, they go back. But in times that people call on them, like the NDC will want to call on them, they will pretend that they are Ghanaians. That's what I'm saying. No. Serious allegation. What do you mean it's a serious allegation? If you come in there and you are not a Ghanaian and you infiltrate, who won't let you vote? What is the problem? Huh? When you are born where? The guy is not listening. See, when somebody asks a better question here, if you are born there and you have the requisite document to show that you are Ghanaian, you are entitled to register and vote. Full stop. I've said that many, many times. I'm talking about those who do not have that one, but they say come and they try with the help of and others to vote. That's what I'm talking about.
Finally, for me, the residents are also complaining.
Which one?
On Asempa.
You are complaining about what?
Intimidation.
I don't think that is true. No. I mean, you haven't done anything. You see a military man going around. What is the problem? Echampo. You guys are young, so you don't remember the times of Kutu Echampo. He says all these are normal military exercise. You know, that's what he. Legon, they had the helicopters running around. But helicopter, the University of Ghana. Said this is normal military exercise around Lagos. What is the problem?
Asempa FM.
Massa, it is what we call it only an analogy.
Asempa FM.
Kukrudu. National Chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Mr. Freddie Blay. Your Excellency, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Your Excellency, former President John Agyekum Kufuor. First Lady, Mrs. Rebecca Akufo-Addo. Second Lady, my dear Samira Bawumia.
...788 clusters, made up of 5 polling stations each, will be covered. This means that all 33,367 registration centers will be covered during the registration exercise. The registration will take place simultaneously in all 16 regions of Ghana. The entire registration will be undertaken in 5 phases. Each phase will span a duration of 6 days. In effect, a registration team will spend 6 days at each of the 5 centers of the cluster, thus making 30 days for each cluster. We would have an additional 6 days which would be used for the mopping up exercise. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Commission has published the movement plan on its website and in the newspapers today. We would urge you to go onto our website and study the movement plan to enable you ascertain when the registration team would visit your registration center. Distinguished guests, it is important to emphasize at this time the transparency of our processes and to allay the fears of our stakeholders. Over the years, a number of mechanisms have been built into our processes to tighten the loose screws and to ensure transparency and accountability from the registration of voters to the declaration of results. For the purposes of this exercise, I'll focus on the transparency embedded into our registration process. Indeed, before the Electoral Commission commences any registration process, it has to provide all registered political parties with a 21 days notice of its intention to compile or update the register. This is to afford political parties the opportunity to train and assign agents to the various registration centers. The agents of the political parties remain at the registration centers from the start of the process to the end. At the beginning of each day, the Electoral Commission officer starts the machine or kits in the presence of political party agents. The kits show the date, time, and a record of the number of persons who have registered. In all cases, at the start of the day, that number is 0. At the end of each day, the kit generates a printout that gives the total number of persons who have been registered in a day. Each political party is given a copy of the printout. The Electoral Commission forwards the same copy